Man, Friday the 13th is upon us. TGIF 13. Welcome, YouTube and all podcast listeners out there, man. This is Friday the 13th. I am one half of your host, KashDaGemini with Tone, and this is Nostalgic Evolution Episode 2. And before we get started, we have to play the intro. So, hey, here we go. I'm ballin' like I'm Jordan, I'm just tryna change the game. Got my whole bitch cutting, everybody know my name. I'm ballin' like I'm Jordan, I'm ballin' like I'm Jordan, I'm ballin' like I'm Jordan, I'm just tryna change the game. I'm ballin' like I'm Jordan, I'm just tryna change the game. Got my whole clique cutting, everybody know my name. Yeah, man, Nostalgic Evolution here in the building, man. We are ready and back, episode 2. Let's go ahead and get started, man. Without further ado, Tone. How are you doing today, man? It's Friday the 13th, bro.
Yeah, it is. Sure is, man. I'm doing all right. I just got some food. Kind of late on getting the food, so might have to enjoy some of this wonderful Chicago-style pizza. Well, it's more New York-style pizza than Chicago, but it's close to Chicago. So, how are you?
All good. It's all good, man. It's kind of crazy because like you using like your backup camera since your main camera isn't working, so you kind of
look it's pretty fuzzy.
You look, I don't know. It's like perfect for Friday the 13th. Maybe I don't know.
I don't know what it looks like to other people, but it looks really blue to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, real blue.
It's
yeah,
not.
I'm good, man. I'm good, dude. I'm just getting up a little bit ago, getting ready for the show. So just here to have a good time, man. Just here to have a good time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. How did you think episode 1 went?
Good.
Went good? Okay, cool,
yeah.
Cool. What do? Let's go ahead and get started. I got a lot. I have a lot for today, man. I have a lot for today.
Sweet.
What's good, Danny Lee? I appreciate you being here, man. So what's up, Cash and Tone? Oh man, dude. So tell me about something. At the end of episode 1, obviously, it's funny because a lot of people feel like this podcast they're like, yeah, the UFO show. Right, so for the people out there, this isn't a specific UFO show. It's finding a fine mixture. Think of like cake batter. You got eggs, you got the batter, you got milk. You know what I'm saying? It's statues in there. It's some UFO talk in there. Anything nostalgic. It's all mixed in there. We're just gonna throw it all in to give you guys a good show. But as we ended episode 1, we had talked about school, man. Mm-hmm. We were gonna talk about some school stuff. And let me ask you this, man. What's one of your most favorite memories towards the end of school? Like that last week of April, that first week in May where it's coming to an end?
I don't have the best of school experience stories, so just honestly getting done with it and knowing like this is it, don't have to do it anymore, like don't have to be around the people I spent my entire childhood around anymore. Like that was exciting. So, But yeah, getting done with it, knowing it's over.
I have to say I agree. I remember just like, even in the younger grades, like, oh man, dude, we got what, 3, 4, whatever months of just not having to come here every morning, not having to do homework, not having to deal with a teacher you don't like or a classmate you don't like, or, whatever the scenario or the grade was. So that was one of the best things for myself. But on the flip side, and we'll touch on this, later, but on the flip side, going back to school is almost in reverse, because then it's like, oh shit, dude, I got 11 days left of summer vacation. You know what I mean? Like that's also a feeling that it can scare people. I mean, some people may get bullied because they don't have the coolest shoes or the newest clothes, or like for example, dude, I used to get made fun of because my mother, she would this was in 7th and 8th grade, so we're talking middle school here. Where the bus would pick us up at was about literally a 45-second walk from my door. But in the car, 20 seconds, whatever. So she would drive me down there every day for one, security purposes, but in the wintertime more specifically, so you could sit in the car warm and not be
Mm-hmm.
out there freezing. But I get made fun of that. And as I look back on that as an adult, it's like, dude, she was just doing what a mom was supposed to do. Make sure I didn't get abducted. Make sure I didn't, freeze to death or anything out there. While everybody else is staying out there, maybe your parents don't care enough, or B, they're at work. So it's almost like looking back on it, it's like, man, shut the F up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But that's
you appreciate
kids
it
for you,
now.
dude. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's kids for you,
unfortunately, I know what the bullying experience is like. I was a fat kid, like not
man.
just like a chubby kid. Like I was obese by the time I was 10. So that's strike one against me to be bullied. Two is I was one of the only non-white people in a very, very small town.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, I don't know, like 10,000 people, not too small, but small enough. And yeah, so school wasn't always that fantastic. And same thing, like we were so close to the bus stop too. It's like, why would I want to hang out at the bus stop when I could just hang out at home until I knew the bus was going to come, and I'd just run out the door every single day. But, telling a fat kid to run out the door every day, he's going to be out of breath and sweaty when he gets on the bus.
Yeah, no doubt, man. What's good, late night trip? Appreciate you being here.
Hey.
Pudgy, what's good, man?
Yeah. I'm not anymore. I lost that all, but
I remember running one time. This was a different. This had to have been 8th grade because the bus was still in the same vicinity but a different stop. So it's the same distance, but opposed to going down the hill, you got to go up the hill, then down on the other entryway to my neighborhood for 8th grade. And I remember running down the hill one day. We're just, hey, let's see who's the fastest. And I fell, and I like really messed up my knee. Nothing broke, just a lot of blood type deals, scrapes and stuff. And it's crazy to think like your memory is so good, so where you remember these little things. It's crazy, like you don't remember every detail all the time, but you do remember these things, in your childhood and life. And like I even remember we had this like after school store you could buy, like Skittles, Pops, Kool-Aid jammers, Capri Suns, those type of things. And I'd always have a little bit of money on me, so I'd get a couple snacks or whatever. And I got bullied to the point where like the kids on the bus would basically just take everything you had, like to the point where you pretty much just stop going to the after school store because it was basically pointless. And it's funny because in a non-sadistic way, I'm not a grudge person, by the way, but I never forget shit. Like, and it's
Absolutely.
funny, you see some of these people either in person now or online, and you're just like, damn. It must really suck to be you right now. Like either A, they got 8 kids and by 7 different guys or women. It's just like it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Like, have you ever checked up on some of the people in your past?
The ones who specifically were like the meanest, I definitely did, and still do occasionally. Like the ones who like, I don't want to say caused the trauma, but the ones who you remember were being mean. Like I check up on them every once in a while, and let's just say karma works very slowly. And that was a long time ago now, but same thing, man. Like, yeah, tables have turned now.
Yeah, it's not to be like mean or anything, but like it's also like it's kind of sweet and sadistic, man. Like, ooh, do you know how? Hey, it's like that South Park episode. How's it taste? How's it taste? You know what I'm saying? How's it taste, man?
It's like, oh, sure, I was fat up until I was 30, but now I'm not fat at all. And it's like everybody else is going wider while I went smaller. And I don't know, it's just like one of those things. Like when you are a fat kid and you get bullied, like that sticks with you for a long time, like cause a lot of self-esteem issues and stuff like that. So it's like it is a little bit of comeuppance, and it's not in a bad way. It's just like I'm not like ragging on them or anything. I don't even say anything to any of them. I just like to check just to be like, how's your life going?
When did you feel you hit your peak? And I don't mean physical peak like prime, like an athlete. I mean like when do you feel you hit your physical peak in terms of confidence of yourself, in terms of like, you found yourself and you're growing into who you are as a man.
About a year ago.
Okay.
Yeah, because like, dude, I was 287 pounds 2 years ago, and now I'm 176. It's been a long weight loss, journey. So it's like,
Dude,
yeah, I just like learned the confidence really recently.
I'll say
Finally.
this, man. I was up to 171 pounds, uh, and I had lost 29 pounds over 4 or 5 months, give or take, somewhere around there. You'd be surprised how much shedding 30 pounds off you, going from 171 to 142, and just feeling confident in what it was no
Mhm.
longer. Oh, can't wear that shirt. That shirt's gonna show man boobs. Can't wear that. It's gonna show my belly. It's literally just whatever you see in the closet that's clean, just throw on. Just throw on.
Dude, I
And
got so good at hiding myself with clothes, like hiding the body. You get good at that kind of stuff when
oh
you're
yeah,
you,
yeah, yeah.
you don't have self-esteem and stuff like that.
What's good, Terry? Appreciate you being here, man. So, dude,
Very.
I wanna move it along to a place, right? So we're talking about school and stuff. Now, for you, how was Friday the 13th in school? Like, did you guys, pass out candy, or did the kids say, "Oh God, it's a superstitious number"? Like, ooh, like did
Um,
anybody ever talk about it?
I guess the kids who are into like horror movies and stuff, they would bring it up and mention it and stuff like that. But no, it wasn't anything that was ever celebrated whatsoever, except by the kids who like horror and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's crazy because like I remember like they would pass out like maybe like I mean it was probably just the individual teacher more so than the school. You know what I mean? Like the teacher might be a horror fan, or they might just be like really cool with their class or whatever. Generally like a English teacher or something like that. Maybe I'm not exactly sure, but definitely cool, man. You had the little sayings, the black cat, or don't step on the cracks, or
Yeah,
what do you feel about the broken mirror one? I feel like that's almost like the dumbest one.
like the 7 years of bad luck or the Bloody Mary in
Yeah.
the mirror.
No, just breaking it on
Yeah,
accident or whatever.
superstitions, old wives' tales, they like to call them.
Yeah, yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm definitely not saying shit in there anytime. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Three,
yeah.
7,
I'm not,
8 doesn't matter the number. I'm not.
I'm not trying to bring any entities around that I don't need.
Oh no, for sure not. I'm definitely not, man. Definitely not. Have you yourself ever seen anything?
Yeah,
You yourself. Talk
yeah.
about it, man. Talk
I
about it.
grew up in a haunted house. My
Oh
father
shit.
and his one of his brothers were
Uh
digging
huh.
out a crawl space by hand in a basement that was
Before you
all
go any
dirt.
further, can you tell us what city and state this was, if you don't mind?
This was in a small town like southern Wisconsin.
Okay. Oh, so still pretty close to Illinois.
Yeah, oh yeah, dude.
Okay.
Like this house is probably like 45 minutes away ish.
Okay.
Um, well, actually, real quick, uh, I gotta send you that picture that I was talking about the other day that we have like an actual photograph. But what
Oh
I was saying
yeah.
is my father and my
Uh huh.
grandfather uh and my dad's brothers were digging a crawl space and they found I forgot which bone, but they found a human bone, one of these right here. And yeah,
Oh.
so my grandpa had it for a while and then he just gave it to my dad one day and my dad took it and after that we started having like a bunch of really really crazy stuff happen. Like we used to hear powwows in our staircase going to the second floor. Shouldn't be hearing no powwows in a house for one. Um, okay, I'm getting close to this picture. Here it is. All right, I'm gonna send it to you real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah, yeah. Send the picture. Keep going with the story, man. What's going
Um,
on? So like, this is your grandfather who started digging one day. What the hell?
yeah, they were digging a crawl space in the basement because they needed more room for storage, and yeah, pulled out a bone, dude. So after that, like it would be like weird things. Like I had a bedroom door that you had to first lift up, turn the door handle, and then push in, then release the door handle, and then the door would open and close. It was super
Yo,
old
dude, dude,
house.
dude. Was that you?
Yeah, do you see
That
the?
noise? No, 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 no. Did you just make that fucking? Dude, I'm on a fucking basement, bro. Did you just make that noise?
No, I'm not making any noise, dude. I moved my phone just in case it's giving you the
Oh
old
shit,
predator
man.
clicks.
Fuck. Fuck. No, I'm home alone, bro. Keep going.
Ah,
I'm like
okay.
fucking.
Um, so over the years, like I'd be in my room at times, and then this door would open, just open up while I'm sleeping, while I'm hanging out in there. I used to play in different bands, like and stuff, and we
Yeah.
practiced at my house. We had a drum set in one of the other bedrooms, and late at night, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, you'd hear tapping on the cymbals. And it wasn't like a rhythmic tapping, like if you were drumming, it would just be like random. Yeah, you getting all freaked out, bud?
I'm just looking, bro. Just looking.
Yeah, yeah. And my sister one day had went up to her bedroom and she screamed at the top of her lungs. And my sister is known for her scream, like she's got that perfect horror movie deafening scream. And she came and got me, and she's like, "There's somebody in my room," and I ran upstairs with her. And there was like a body sitting on her bed, and the sheet dropped as we yelled. My sister yelled dad, yelling for our father, and then the sheet dropped. I've never ran so fast in my life to get, like, I don't know what is safety when you're in a haunted house, but I ran to my dad.
Dude,
And
okay.
then
Uh
a couple of years ago, my sister said she had been feeling the ghost around her a lot. Like she's like, there's all the
the one that she
tapping
already
and
knew about.
yeah, the one that had she's got so many stories and experiences with this ghost, like not tormenting her, but messing with her. And she
What's
said
good,
one
Jedi
day,
Chisel?
yeah, Jedi. She said she could feel like the ghost around her,
Right.
and she pulled out her phone and she took a picture, and she got its face clear as day. I don't know if you saw it yet.
Yeah, yeah. I'm actually bringing this up now as
Yeah.
we speak.
And the crazy
And
thing about it is it's been Native American stuff since we were kids, since we started hearing this, seeing this stuff. It's always been Native American. And this picture that you're about to show, you can see like the distinct war paint on his face.
all right, yeah.
And
Let me
it's
bring
just
this up, dude. I'm sorry. Like this shit is
yeah.
creepy. Oh
Yeah.
fuck.
Do you see that face before you
Yeah, I'm trying to. Oh crap. Okay, I had already shared it. That's why I was doing that. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Oh shit. Okay, there we go.
Oh, there it is. Right on the top left. You can see its face
Yeah.
clear as day. There he
Yeah,
is.
dude. What the
Ooh.
heck?
Yeah.
Oh no,
You
bro.
can even see how it like all around it distorts the image, but the rest of everything is like clear enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wild.
Yeah, yeah. So how does your sister like deal with this? You know what I'm saying?
She
Like
doesn't deal with it, man. She is constantly scared. She says she's had like incidences where she's been like sleeping and then woken
mhm.
up by somebody like shaking her shoulders, and then as soon as she like opens her eyes, like there's nobody there, but then she starts getting choked.
What the fuck?
Yeah, man, it's crazy. Like, so that's just my sister. You know, she's got the problem.
Yeah, man. Oh, dude, this is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Um, oh God, dude, what the freak? Okay. So we'll get back to your sister. So about the crawl space though. So your dad or your grandfather gives this to your dad. And what did your dad do with it?
He brought it home and put it in a like a small toolbox and left it in our basement. And it just sat in the basement for years.
Now this isn't the same house that you're in now, right?
No, no, this was the
Okay.
house I grew up in.
Oh, that's right, in Wisconsin. Okay.
Yeah.
Man, dude, that is definitely a little creepy. Not gonna lie. So has your dad what's good, John? Appreciate you being here,
Hey,
man.
John.
Um, so Gotham says, man, so they followed her.
They're still following her, Terry. Still.
What the fuck,
Hmm.
dude? This is creepy, man. What is she like? Okay, so for example, if she needed to spend the night at your spot, are you like against it because just in case anything happened, or are you basically like, no, we grew up together in that same creepy house where we're safer together, or
um, I actually make plenty of jokes with her about it. Like, I don't want to be around her. What's up? What's up? I don't want to be around her too much at night because that's when the ghosts are active.
yeah, no, I
So
get
it's
it.
like, I don't need to bring anything home. Like, I got away from them when I was 17. I'm okay. Like, no more.
Dude, hey, not even gonna lie, man. We need to meet up at a public place like Target in the daytime, bro. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, man. Like, ooh, damn. So I had this friend named Carlos. This was around that time when John Cena first came to like, not when he first came to WWE, but when he like really blew up. You know what I mean? So we're talking eighth grade, somewhere around there, and John Cena had his raps and stuff, and I was really into John Cena. My friend Carlos was really into him as well.
Mm,
And this is around that same time with the bullying that we spoke about with buying of the
yeah.
candy, all that type of stuff. So I'm really into John Cena, and we just kind of clicked over about wrestling. I'm like, yo, Carlos, and we just started talking one day, and I'm like, have you ever like seen any ghost or anything, just anything of that nature? And he was, I can't remember the story all correctly, but I think it was either his house or it was the house he would go to where he got like, I don't want to say babysat because he was like a little bit older, but where he went to wait for his parents to pick him up.
Okay.
He used to have to walk up these like stairs, like vertically, and then you'd have to turn. Like one of those older houses, you go up straight, and
Hmm.
then it curls, and then you're finally upstairs. And he would always say like once you got up to that first landing spot before you started the second landing spot, there was always be like some balls there and stuff like that. Like play balls, whatever.
Hmm.
And the later it got in the evening, they would just randomly start moving by themselves.
Nope. Time to go.
And then there was a boy who actually lived there, and his mom would be the one who would watch Carlos until his parents could pick him up, and that boy had basically told him like, yeah, there's a little like ghost boy who basically plays. And it was just like, what the freak, bro? Like, just on some crazy stuff, man. And I can't tell the rest of the story because it's been so long and it's not
Hmm.
my story to where I don't remember it. But my friend Richard, his dad always says, like, and at the house that they lived at before they moved closer to me, um, his dad would always be sleeping, and he noticed that there would always be this, like, Indian boy that would just, like, sit at the foot of their bed and just like watch them and then would just get up and go. And like it's just the craziest shit.
Well,
Like
there's
I'm like, fuck.
yeah. Was there
Yeah, man.
any like attacks or any like sort of violence towards them, or is it just like watching and?
just
showing
watching,
himself.
yeah, the people who I know have never experienced anything physical, nothing to like, go on a TV show about, anything like that. Just
Hmm.
just regular seeing stuff. Um, the only thing that I could say I seen myself, and I can't definitively say this was that because it could have been a shooting star. Like from a logical standpoint, I can't say it was what it possibly could be. It was in Iowa, either Council Bluffs or Des Moines, Iowa, and a bunch of cornfields, farm country stuff like that, kind of
Hmm.
basically like Wisconsin. I'm
Yeah.
pretty for certain in the middle of nowhere there was like a saucer. But it's one of those things as a
Ooh.
young kid, because I wasn't an adult, I can't exactly say definitively if it wasn't a shooting star. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Oh, I saw a UFO," when I can't definitively say I saw
Yeah.
one. But that's probably the most for myself. Yeah, it's I'll do okay. Okay, so here's a crazy one for you, right? I'll let you go. Here's a crazy one for you. So I told you my great grandmother, that's who raised me. That's who I consider to be my mother. She
Yeah.
recently passed away. But when I was a kid, I'm gonna say this was maybe like 1997. I went down to this place that was next to the building, and she owned the first African American nursing home in the state of Nebraska. She built it. It was a 60-bed patient for the mental health. And right next to it was the Malcolm X Memorial Site. This is where Malcolm X was born at. Before he became Malcolm X, he was Michael Little. Over next to that area, the Ku Klux Klan. It's starting to get dark for the people out there who don't want to hear this, but we're not talking about anything racial or anything like that. But the Ku Klux Klan, they would like do what they do over there, like all
Yeah.
those years ago. And so like she would say, like my aunt would tell me, like you could hear the screams and all that type of stuff, and then like fast forward 40 years later, this is when I'm like 7 at this time.
Hmm.
So I'm just exploring, going down there. There'd always be like a bunch of deer down there because it was like a little bit of a forest. Because you're talking years of like, hey, nobody's touching this land or whatever the freak. So
Hmm.
trees are down everywhere down. I kept exploring it, and I kept going deeper and deeper every single time I went back. And one time I actually came across a dead body, and I was just like,
Ooh.
what the hell? And so I didn't tell any adult. Well, I did tell an adult, but I told one of the mental patients that I was like really cool with. I'm like, hey Jeffrey, can you come down here with me? I think I found something. And so he came down there with me, and we basically looked at it. Now I'm like 7, Jeffrey's probably like 40, but I don't remember the rest of the story if we ever told anybody. But it was just like,
Oh.
you know what I mean? Just like shit. Yeah.
Yikes.
What's good, Keesus? Appreciate you being here, man. Um, so yeah, bro. That's. So if you got any more stories, feel free, bro. Feel free.
One, I just want to apologize for eating because my pizza came late, so now I'm just letting it sit and get
Bro,
cold. So I got
talking about.
Hitman.
No, you're good, bro. I'll keep going while you're eating, finishing up. So this is the phrase thing. Right before we were getting ready to go live, I'm like, yo, bro, UPS hasn't came. UPS hasn't came, right?
Mm.
About 10 minutes before we came on here backstage, UPS knocked at the door. They said, hey, what's your last name again? Because the guy who normally delivers for me, I went to school with him, so I'm very secure with my packages because he
Mhm.
handles the stuff with care because he knows me, whatever. But somebody's been filling in for him lately, and he's like, "Yo, what's your name again?" I'm like, Williams, and man, it's just a good feeling having that statue. So the one that I've been looking for, and the one I'm talking about, that finally arrived today,
Mhm.
and I cannot wait to open it. I'm so glad that the statue came. Because like at first, like whenever prices are too good to be true, you kind of always think it's a scam, or no, this is too good to be true. But this is a very good person. So I'm just I'm excited to be able to have the deals coming that I do have coming with these three
Hmm.
individuals that I can actually allow me to be able to like take my time, make the money, and get them paid off as soon as possible. So it's a good feeling, man. I can't wait to like unbox this stuff, show everybody.
Live
I
unboxing.
Yeah, yeah. I'm looking
Yeah.
around, and I think I'm gonna end up needing 4 glass curios, two for sure, three most likely, definitely, but a fourth one possibly if I want to maximize the space. That way, I could put another two premium formats, one on the inside, one on top, and get the most space out of it. And I think that's probably what I am gonna end up doing. I love the like I love everything, man. So yeah, and then the next one to come will either be another yeah, it'll probably be another mutant. It'll probably be another mutant is all I'll say as the next one to come, just to get that paid off. But dude, we gotta keep going, man. So I'm gonna show this picture real quick, man. And this is something you had sent in, and let me bring this back up. I'll bring up the creepy one again real quick. 'Cause that was scary. This is definitely not even cool, bro. This ain't even
Yeah.
cool.
I keep it for my sister now because she gets a new phone every couple months, so she just asked me
Bro,
to hold on to it.
I literally don't even want to hear about this story, bro. This shit is creepy, bro. Like I'm not gonna lie.
And no
I'm
joke,
like, fuck this.
the day she sent me this, like as it happened, like right after, I'm like, Shauna, while the ghost is there, why don't you call a Catholic priest and get the whole house exorcised? It's like, get on it, man. It's just like, yeah, this one creeped me out too. Like finally seeing its face, like, woo.
All right, son, I'm gonna move on, bro. I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah, for
man.
sure.
I hate being in my fucking. I keep like looking
There's
around, bro. Like, what the fuck? I keep looking around, bro. All
every
right,
time I look
man.
at it, I get uncomfortable. So
Yeah, I'm definitely uncomfortable. Like,
yeah,
okay.
that's a picture of my shirts before,
Yeah.
my shirt before, and my shirts now. The weight loss difference.
Oh yeah.
That's a,
Yeah.
a 3X t-shirt and a small t-shirt next to each other or on top of each other, and that's what I wear now. It's crazy.
Yeah, it definitely is crazy. Like I said, I lost 30 pounds and it was life changing. It's crazy because after my mom passed away, I actually gained all the weight back, which is
Mhm.
now. So like people probably don't know themselves because this is like your first time seeing me, but like even my face has more weight in it, stuff like that. So, but I actually am going to start the gym here shortly because I gotta work and get my butt back in shape, man. So I could like, go back to the old me and do what I gotta do, man, and just be feel myself. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
yeah, yeah, that's definitely cool, man. And on a sad note, man, you guys remember this? You guys definitely remember this movie, this franchise. This guy recently passed away today, and I just want to give a big shout out to him, man. We all remember him from the Trimmer series.
Tremors. Yep.
Yep. Obviously, that was probably one of the most notable roles. But he passed away, I think at 79 or 80, if I'm not mistaken. I
Mhm.
just want to say, say condolences to his friends and family, coworkers, etc. Dude, Tremors was. It's more of a like comedy, sci-fi horror, I guess you could say, but still, it's definitely a classic, man. Definitely a classic.
Yeah, for sure. I like the first one. I don't remember much of the
Yeah.
other ones, but the first one, yeah, that's got some sweet stuff in it.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, man, definitely. And just moving along, as you already know what day it is, dude. Thank God it's Friday. Bye, mom. Gonna spend the weekend over with some college friends.
It
I thought this one
sure
was
is.
funny. Oh man,
He's gonna come back by himself though.
yeah, dude. Jesse says, this actor looks like he could be John Berthold's father. Is that the guy who plays the Punisher?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Badman says, "Love the first Tremors." Yeah,
Hmm.
most definitely. They were definitely good, bro. Definitely good. So I wanted to go through these pictures with you real quick. This is all Friday the 13th stuff. Friday the 13th being the movie, that is.
Yeah.
So Friday the 13th, this part, New Blood, was released on May 13th, 1988. That is 34 years ago today. Do you remember this specific one?
Was that part 7? Yeah, because it
Yeah.
had some pretty gnarly kills for the most part, but the thing I do remember is the face right in the middle there. Like that's just I don't know if I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that was definitely it's creepy. But they definitely did change the face a lot in terms of like what
Mhm.
he looks like under the mask. This is kind of like a combination of like a mummy and the crypt keeper a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, definitely
So
like Crypt Creep Keeper.
yeah, yeah, this is crazy. Um, I gotta actually have to go back and watch this one because I don't remember this one like that. So I got to go back and watch it. But moving along here, this is all the different iterations of Jason Voorhees, starting from 1980 all the way up to the latest one of 2009, which was Friday the 13th. That was the one before Jason X and Freddy versus Jason. Out of all of these, what's your favorite iteration of the character or mask?
Um, Design wise, I really like probably 1988's, which would be the one we were just talking about, part
Yeah,
7.
yeah.
Just from a design point, like that mask is sweet.
What did you think about 1981? Obviously, that was before he got it.
Yeah, that was
But
the sackhead Jason.
yeah,
It's pretty much like they just redid the first movie all over again. It's not
yeah,
bad.
pretty much.
It's not bad, but
Yeah, I would say for me, I think I probably like 86 or 89 the best. You know, and
yeah,
even
like
this is, dude, you're talking 30 years from, from these films in terms of like a different look. So if they do make another one, which eventually they will,
mhm.
um, dude, you're talking 42 years since this case came out. Like that is ridiculous. And
Yeah,
some things just stand the test of time, and other things don't. Man, this is some nostalgic shit right here.
yeah. I'll tell you what, 1980, the first movie one, just seeing that picture stare is just a little uncomfortable.
Yeah,
That creepy ass kid.
yeah, man, dude, this isn't as creepy as your sister's pick though.
Yeah, yeah.
Late Night says he likes 1984. 84 is a clean look. Yeah,
84,
84 is
yeah.
clean. So, dude, what's one of the scariest movies you've ever seen? One of the scariest flicks.
Oh, see, that's the thing that's hard for me is I've never really been too much scared of horror movies,
Mm,
but I can always recall the one movie that I guaranteed for sure remember jumping was the
yeah.
first time they show the aliens in Signs with Mel
Oh
Gibson and
yeah.
Joaquin
Yeah.
Phoenix on the video, and he's telling the kids in Spanish "Vámonos," and they show that alien. Dude, to this day, that still makes me super uncomfortable seeing that scene because it was like so well done. Um, as far as horror, I would say movies that are more like I don't want to say paranormal activity,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
movies, but stuff that are more paranormal, like ghosts type stuff.
Yeah.
The Fourth Kind, that's a good mixture of. It's supposed to be aliens, but it's definitely like a horror based. That was really good.
Yeah.
It makes you think about
Batman's
owls. Yeah.
Batman says Insidious, and I remember watching this at my mom's house, and it was in the daytime, probably between 11 and maybe 2 in the morning, whatever. Yeah, Insidious, Conjuring is another good one. That's all kind of like that same type of realm. It's crazy because I remember it was like I said, it was between 11 and 2, and there is this part that happened in the daytime in the movie in the house when
Hmm.
that played that part, and I think it's like a dead boy running around, or it was something that happened to where like I literally got up because I was watching on my smartphone. By the way, I literally got up, walked outside, sat on the front lawn, and finished the movie. No lie. I was just like,
No
nah, I'm good.
corners, no
Just
shadows and
literally
dark corners.
got up, walked outside and watched it on the front lawn, legitimately.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. So that was my that's my Insidious story. That was definitely a good franchise. It was something kind of different. You know what I mean? Definitely kind of kind of creepy and whatnot. Kind of cool, man. So, dude, I gotta go back because it seems like everyone loved the UFO talk in the beginning. In the first one.
Yeah.
We definitely we have some pictures to show about that, but I just want to ask, like, what really got you fascinated with UFOs in terms of wanting to know more?
Um, 1998. There's a band called Blink 182 had a song on one of their albums called Aliens Exist. I was like 10 years old in 1980 or 1998. They were like the first band I got into. Dude was singing about aliens, and then turns out all these years later, like that was the initial like spark, like thinking about it. And then when my mother died when I was 9 years old, like same time,
Mm-hmm.
I she was super heavily, Christian. She was a Lutheran.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that kind of like made me wonder, like somebody as holy and as Christian as her is like, why would you let her die? So like that really like disrupted my whole like belief system a lot. And then I just started thinking like, aliens, man, like it's got to be real. We can't be the only planet. When I was
Yeah.
young, thinking that this can't be the only planet that sustains life. And so throughout the years, I just got more and more interested in it. I didn't care that it was like all conspiracy at that point. Like, oh, maybe they are real, maybe they aren't. Got we're passing the native ghosts on to you, man.
Dude, shut the fuck up, man. Dude, bro, I am so fucking uncomfortable down here. I'm trying not to show it on camera, man, but I'm so fucking
Oh, you
uncomfortable
do
down
it. No,
here.
you're showing it on camera, bud.
I
You really
am
are.
dude, I am so fucking uncomfortable.
That's what that picture does, man.
Dude.
But yeah, like I just always liked aliens and stuff like that. And then, many, many years later, the guy I mentioned, Tom DeLonge, turns out to be
Mm-hmm.
the guy who gets this whole thing back in 2017 started with the New York Times article about how various government organizations have been set up for 50 plus years to monitor this stuff. And that's when everything like blew up, where they realized that, yeah, this is a real thing.
Yeah.
And they weren't able to keep it a secret anymore. And that's when I was like, I don't know. One dude was called crazy for years, so that always, yeah, getting uncomfortable. He was called crazy for years, which I mean, at some points I thought maybe too, but now it's just like it's a lot of like validation, knowing that the stuff is real, and that yeah, there has been millions and millions of dollars, you know, federal funds invested in various programs like uh, ATIP and OSAP, various organizations that have done long studies on UFOs. Not so much like there was a thing called Project Blue Book, was just like a massive disinformation thing to write off every sighting and interaction as fake. Like they were going as far as even calling like UFO sightings swamp gas and stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Do you feel like in I would probably say the last 2 years, the Joe Rogan podcast, would you say that the Joe Rogan podcast has kind of shed a light on podcast or on UFOs, on extra, on like Area 51, all that type of stuff, to where like maybe the government just doesn't want people to actually know about, because like he talks about that stuff a lot, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Yeah. Well, he got into it when they started saying that, when that report came out in 2017. That's when he got really invested.
yeah.
I mean, I don't like everything that Joe Rogan says and has to
Oh
talk
yeah,
about,
yeah.
but as far as like the UFO and UAP topic, he has brought on a lot of the people who are the people coming out from the government saying it. So I can respect that for sure. Like those are good listens if you're into listening to Joe Rogan and stuff. Like he's got a lot of great people that he's had come on, even some multiple times who are like the leaders in this.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Before we go any farther, like I just wanted to show this real quick. I'm gonna full screen myself. So I had actually got this. I had actually got this a while back, and this is a oh crap, dropped it. This is a like a box set, right? And it's a
Ooh.
Friday the 13th complete, the complete collection, 12 films of terror. Maybe they'll come out with something new, like if they add more movies and stuff. So that's pretty much. And then on the back it shows like the lake and whatnot.
Oh yeah,
Um,
that's awesome.
and it's like a chest. So on the inside you could see. I think this was from the 2009 flick Her in the Water, right
Yeah.
there. So that's pretty cool. And then it shows you like everything you get in here on the back. The year, the name, the disc, everything. So you have that. And then you have this like Camp Crystal Lake counselor patch that you
Oh,
can
that's
like,
sweet.
yeah, you can like put on like, if you know how to sew or something. For Friday the 13th, part 3, they have 2 pairs of 3D glasses, just like back then in the 80s.
Hmm.
So that's really cool. And obviously you have like the like the download disc. That I think that was pretty cool as well. So if you don't want to watch them on your TV, you can carry them on the go. And then this is a whole book of Crystal Lake Memories: A Complete History of Friday the 13th. And I'll just go
Oh,
through a couple of the pages as well. Um, so this is some stuff like that, kind of cool.
I love behind the scenes production stuff. That's my favorite. I want to
Yeah,
know how
for
they did my
sure.
kid's makeup. I should look that up.
Let me see what else there is here. Oh, here's another good one.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So it's definitely something kind of cool and whatnot. And this one here is really good special effects. I don't know how they did this one where my thumb is at, because it's like the knife is like right on his head.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they did that, but to think that they did that, those years ago. This isn't 2000 or whatever. This is all those years ago. So I think that
Yeah.
was like definitely crazy. But yeah, it's a lot of good stuff in there. Even this one's kind of creepy, you know.
Yeah, that's sweet. That's a nice picture.
Yeah. Yeah, so I just wanted to show these, and show this and whatnot. It's definitely pretty cool. Um, so yeah, cool, bro, cool. Oh, and here's one last one. This one is really cool. This is it says on January 13th, New Line Cinema held a special event at the Hollywood Wax Museum, located in Hollywood, California, to celebrate the DVD release of Freddy vs. Jason. And so they got out the 2 actors as well as the characters, and I thought that was really cool because this guy is a legend, who
Yeah,
plays Freddy.
Robert Englund. Is that Kane Hodder
Oh,
there as
mm-hmm.
Jason? Is that the
Yeah,
actor? Kane Hodder?
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. He's the best form of Jason, I believe.
yeah. It's or no, this is yeah, Ken Kurzinger.
Oh,
It says, yeah,
so he must have been the one in the Freddy vs. Jason then.
yeah, Freddy versus Jason. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So that was definitely kind of cool. That whole box set and whatnot. So I'm just like, very cool, man. But yeah, man, back to the UFO stuff. I want to ask you some questions, right?
Yeah.
So, obviously, for the thumbnail, we made it about school and UFOs. That's why it was titled that. Low highs of school and skies. Talking about the end of school days, and then obviously some alien stuff, right? So
Mhm.
let me ask you this: like, in any movie, in any time, one entity is going to another entity, whether it's uh people coming over and they're checking out the natives' land, or whatever in American history or even the world history has gone down. You always kind of send like a scout team ahead, right? You got to get a feel for what's out there. Can we breathe here? Is the water safe? Like, can we eat
Hmm.
the fish here? Like, we got to get a feel for what's going on, right? So, do you feel like the schools would be a perfect place to like infiltrate? Because so she was working, right, and she's like, hey, we were doing some work, and we noticed that all the hotels for Roswell are gone for Friday the 13th.
Huh.
All the hotels are gone in Roswell, New Mexico, and it had me thinking, if school was getting out or about to start, wouldn't that be the perfect time to infiltrate some like human bodies to like to learn the ways? Okay, what do they do when they're not here? Let's infiltrate summer vacation. Let's infiltrate just like how humans move. Why do they travel from one state to another? Why do they have feelings enough to care about their sister who lives in Florida? Like,
Hmm.
do you think like here's a real question? Do you think UFOs know? Do you think when extraterrestrials? Do you think they know about ghosts? Like, would they be smart enough to know about a ghost? Would they care about a ghost?
Um, Based off a lot of what's been reported in, the 2000 something declassified documents over the past couple of
Yeah.
years, is they're kind of lumping it not in the same category but similar.
Okay.
So I don't know if they know about like our specific like hauntings and such, but
Yeah.
I'm sure because it's all dimensional, like
Yeah.
cross dimensional beings and stuff. Like they say the ghost plane is about 2.5 to 3 feet higher than ours. That's why it appears that ghosts are always floating because they're about
Mm.
2.5 to 3 feet higher. They're astral plane.
Okay. Gotcha. So it's not an actual flow. It's that center of gravity essentially.
Yeah, like where we are on the Earth, our astral plane versus the
Yeah.
ghosts, they're like here. So
Right.
that's why they say like it looks like they're floating when they're not.
But with extraterrestrials, you're basically saying with like interstellar travel, they've manipulated both time, speed, and gravity to be able to do these things that like your Air Force guy couldn't do.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hmm.
And
That's freaking crazy, man.
that's why that's the biggest reason they've, other than mass panic, it's the biggest reason they keep it all a secret even from country to country, because soon as they, oh yeah, that giant hot air balloon fester, they just launch hundreds of them. It's doing beautiful pictures I've seen. But ooh, where was I? I
Oh man.
get
No,
so into
that's
this, man. I get so into
yeah,
it.
dude. It's. I just wonder, like, oh shit. Jesse just asked a crazy question. Do aliens have ghosts? Are
Are
they
they
go? Are they ghost aliens or alien ghosts?
So that's one of those things I wonder too, is like, are they actually sending their bodies over, through time and space? Or are they sending like a consciousness? I've wondered this kind of thing. Like, and a ghost is just like a manifestation.
Yeah.
So that is like a
Uh,
really good question.
so like one of the crazier things is right, and I've always wanted to go to like there is a point in time where like I really started watching YouTube.
Mhm.
This is before the collecting hobby, and I was watching a lot of the guy's name is James, but it's the main channel is Omar Gosh. Omar Gosh, he does a lot of like ghost hunting and stuff like that. And I would probably say out of all the ones I've watched, his seems the most realistic in terms of like it's not edited, it's not fabricated, it's not oh crap, but nothing's really there or whatever. Like you can generally, like, he's actually going to these creepy places. He's spending the night in them. He's doing the things that you kind of want to see for people like that who are actually interested in it. And I think that's like very, very cool. But like, would you ever be against spending the night in any creepy place like that?
Yeah, I'm so against it, man. Myself, just because I don't like that kind of fear from growing up around it. Like,
Yeah,
because I mean, it's different when it's like a scary person and you're terrified of that person, but you can still punch him in the face and drop him to the ground.
yeah,
Versus you can swing and attack all you want for a ghost, but it's not doing anything. So it's like there's a certain fear with that.
hmm
And yeah, like going and staying at places isn't something I would personally do because I don't like the idea of it. Not that I don't
yeah,
want to be scared, but dude, they latch on to people, you know?
yeah. See, like this is like pretty much some of their thumbnails and stuff that they do.
Hmm.
Like this one here, like this hospital one. Like look at this, as like it's very small, but like as you see, as it like playing,
Yeah, you
like
see what it says? A hospital so haunted they may follow you home. That's
yeah,
exactly my
yeah,
point with
yeah.
all of it. No thanks.
Yeah, this one's called Walk These Stairs and Meet the Devil. Like it's shit like that. I'd be like, nah, bro. I'm just like you said, like it would be cool to go there with a group of friends, but to know what possibly could like follow you home is the creepiest part.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
absolutely, dude.
Like freak that, man. Like
Yep.
that's too much for me. That's too much for me, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, what's up, man? Mark Pearson. When I was younger, it was
Yes.
cool. Now as an adult, fuck that.
Yeah. Yeah. No. No thanks.
Dude, what's good, Mark? Haven't seen you in a minute, bro. Yeah, what's good, Mark? Appreciate you being here, dude. Um, yeah, dude. Like that's just that. I don't know, man. Like, okay, so what do you think? Right? Here's a offlandish scenario. Offlandish.
Awesome.
Let's say there's a festival. We'll even say the balloon thing in Roswell. If Roswell was supposed to have like Roswell is I'm just specifically the United States, I'd probably say outside of Area 51, that would have to be the most known place, right?
Hmm. Well,
You
then,
would like to the general, like to the people who don't follow this, to the people who don't think about this. You know what I mean?
yeah, it's actually called Groom Lake, too. Groom
Yeah.
Lake Air Force Base. That's the actual name of it, but it is known as Area 51, and they have like different sections and different buildings there, and they don't even allow people close to it. Like
hmm
yeah, it's a cool place. I think they have more than that, but that's just like the one that's been put on blast,
Yeah.
basically.
So like, have you ever heard of that? Have you ever heard of the it's like the 3 points or something like that? You know that it's like
Kind of.
it's like where you can let me see if I can Google it real quick because it's like the 3 points states. It's supposed to be like yeah the tri-state where it's all me these are places where three states come together at a common point. Almost everyone is familiar with four commas in the southwestern U.S., where
Yep.
Utah, Colorado, Arizona, New Mexico meet at a spot in the Navajo Indian Reservation. Like, wouldn't that be where it would be kind of like why is so much tied to the Native American tribal heritage? You know what I mean? Like,
Um, I actually just got to see something somebody talking about it is because they have it in their paintings and their artwork just as long as far back as like Egyptians and stuff like that. Even with ghosts and stuff, that Native Americans specifically have always been more in tune with the earth, more accepting of spirits and otherworldly things. Where I mean, what I had heard is that they're just more accepting of it because it's always been a part of their culture, and
Right.
because a lot of Native American cultures passed, by word for generation to generation. So I don't know. I think they're just more open to it. It's like that's
Cool,
why they
man.
always say like ghosts, like kids always can see ghosts and stuff, but
Yeah.
as you get older, you can't, is because the kid doesn't have that filter yet to turn that sort of thing off. And so it's like, of course, a ghost is going to present itself to a child who doesn't know the difference, so.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and you will hear on the podcast on him talking a lot about a kid is closer to the veil, no different because they're newer to being born, you know what I mean? So that's also something else that could kind of like play a factor, so to say.
Hmm.
Just recently being born, like that innocence and stuff like that. But it definitely could be a cultural thing of just like you said, being more in tune to the spirits and crap. It's kind of funny that we mentioned that because like we had just did the Avatar, review and stuff, and
Hmm.
like those are people that are very in tune. Even late night saying dogs, cats as well. Like that's another thing. Like
Oh yeah.
how come animals are so like bothered by it? Like what's up with that?
um I don't know. There's three cats and two dogs here, so I mean that's a lot of it, like, is for that kind of weird protection sort of thing. But I don't know why they're
Wait. Are you saying you have animals specifically to protect you from spirits?
my black cat Valkyrie is I consider her like my shield,
Your
you know.
your holy water.
Yeah, she's crazy in tune. Like she's got ears like a dog. She hears a sound and she's looking.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like,
Gosh, bro.
yeah, she's my little alarm. While the other two are just being lazy fat cats.
Yeah, man. That's dude. I don't know. It's something about the. Oh man, fuck. I'm still so fucking disturbed by that picture, bro, from your sister. I'm
Hmm.
disturbed by that shit, man. Like I know you had talked about it, but that's some disturbing shit,
Yeah,
bro.
dude, it's
Like
like I always smile and laugh about it when I send it to people, but then I feel guilty because it's not a joke picture.
it isn't a joke, and I don't. I'm trying to smile it off, but like
Yeah,
that
it's
is disturbing as fuck. And I am
and
so glad we didn't record this real late like the last one because that would have made it even
yeah,
worse.
yeah. And
Like,
the crazy thing is too is like the thing that knew, like, when I saw that picture for the first time, and my first reaction is, dude, Shauna, call a Catholic priest. And I'm not even religious at all, but that's my first reaction. Like, I felt that, that shit. That was real. Like, and my sister she wouldn't know how to Photoshop, so it's not like she could do that anyway. She's kind of a dummy. So,
oh man, animals are tuned to the frequencies. Totally agree with that. Same
yep.
reason Egyptians worship cats. Okay,
Hmm.
huh? But who doesn't love pussy? Oh, there's Mark for you.
Ah, yeah. I always say I don't need a girlfriend anymore. I got three female cats that do it just fine for me.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
enough.
Mark was telling this story about lip injections or whatever, and can't not being able to get like a blowjob. I thought it was pretty fucking funny. So like, I was like, what, man? The hell? Funny story, man. Dude. So like, let me ask you this on the collecting side of things, right?
Yeah.
Cash, not this Saturday, but next. Uh, what do you mean? What do you mean, bro? Next Saturday, you're streaming or something, or what? Um, let me ask you this one on the collecting side, right? What do you feel is the right amount of pre-orders? Like, do you feel like one person could ever do you ever feel like one person could ever have too many? No matter how
Um.
much money you have.
At some point, it's just becoming hoarding if you want to get Like if money's not an issue and stuff like that, and you just keep buying and buying and buying, it is eventually hoarding. But I think a good amount of pre-orders is whatever you can financially afford without putting yourself in dire situations financially because of a statue, you know? So I guess that however many pre-orders is whatever you can afford, really, you know? Where it's not screwing everything up for you.
Okay, I promise I'm gonna get back to that, but Jesse just said some shit that just kind of blew my mind, right? So cats were considered by the ancient Egyptians to be the guardians of the underworld.
Mm-hmm. Especially black cats.
So is that the reason why the pyramids were for the most part, always in the shape of a cat?
Like a pyramid is in the shape of a pyramid.
No, like the tombs, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, like why they have like stuff like a lot of cat-based stuff. Yeah, dude, they held cats to a very high regard. Like Jesse said, yeah.
Yeah. Damn, dude, it's just God, that's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, speaking of that, like when I was younger, bro, I was fascinated with the mummies. Like the Mummy, they had the video game. It was on Game Boy, PlayStation 2. You could be Emotep, and you could walk around and like and basically like take the soul out of people. And it was just the funnest thing ever. Like they let you choose a character you wanted to be. You could play one version where you were Rick, or you could be one version where you're Emotep, and it was crazy to think like I legitimately could just like it was that fascination of I felt like video games were the one thing that gave you the fascination to feel like you actually were the character representation that you've seen in books and that you've seen in movies. The Mummy franchise, in my personal opinion, is very good. For those of you guys who haven't seen, you definitely should check out Boris Karloff, the original Mummy. It's before Brandon Fraser. For you guys out there who don't go back, Brandon Fraser's portrayal in there was amazing. I love those flicks as well. Not the biggest fan on the Jet Li one, not because of Jet Li, but it went from Egypt to more of an Oriental style thing, and I kind of felt like it took away from like the foundation, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
I only like the first and second one.
Yeah.
The second one was cool. Like,
yeah.
Those little zombie like monkey things.
Oh,
I remember
dude.
that. Yeah.
I could watch those movies over and over.
Mm-hmm.
That is honestly one of the most nostalgic memories I have from a movie standpoint is the Mummies.
Yeah.
No doubt.
It's weird, you know, how many times I watched the first and the second one. And Brendan Fraser was the man back then, you know?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, he still is the man, but
dude, honestly, at that point in time, because of those two flicks, as well as some other stuff he did, like Tarzan, he did a lot of other stuff. Like he was that premier actor.
Yeah, Encino Man.
Yeah, like,
Airheads.
He was that premier actor, like that was just like for that short like 5-year window, like it was him.
Yeah, he was a big action star for a bit of time there.
Yeah.
All around actor because he had a good sense of humor and stuff too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely I actually have those flicks and I think I might pop them in over the weekend just to give them a watch. I haven't watched them in a long time, so I would definitely love to pop them in just to kind of go back and see how they were, man. I read a couple of Egyptian history books, so when my cat looks at me, it's uncomfortable. Yeah, no doubt, man.
Yeah, they're alive and well during the witching hour, and it's uncomfortable. Like
it's crazy because like you'll be really dark, and your cat will like look up and be like, "Motherfucker, you don't see shit. You don't see shit. All right."
Yeah. Oh
you
yeah.
Don't see shit.
They'll be laying next to me, and then my cat Valkyrie, she'll look at something and just stare, and then I could see her eyes go wide. I was like, "Stop it now." There's nothing
Hey,
there.
now, if your sister is there, you immediately grab the cat and you tell
She
your
can
sister to
go.
get the fuck
Time to leave.
out. Oh, dude, that is just crazy, man. There is no way in hell she'd be at my house, bro.
Yeah,
I
man.
like not even lying. Like I said, we could be at a Target parking lot. So man, we had touched on that '70s show for you, and it's crazy because I didn't know about the like Wisconsin thing, and obviously that's where that '70s show takes place at. Would you say
hmm
to this present day, and obviously you talked about playing it all the time in the background, whether it's late night in the day, whatever that may be, would you say that your love for that '70s show actually took a
You
little
see,
bit more? Yeah, I
you
see
see,
it.
it's on
Do,
right now.
would you say like that grew more because of the location where you were?
When I was younger, that was a thing because I mean, Wisconsin isn't the most exciting of places
Yeah,
at
yeah.
at all. So like anytime you would hear like anything referencing about Wisconsin, you get excited about it. Like, yeah. And especially
Hmm.
like the towns that they mention, like uh they mentioned going to Kenosha, which was like half hour, 45 minutes from where I grew up. Sheboygan. They even talk about going to the Playboy Club, which was in Lake Geneva, and that was a town that was 9 miles from me.
Hmm.
So like I don't know, it was really cool to think like, yeah. And Kurtwood Smith, right? He's a Wisconsin native too, from a town called New Lisbon, which is kind of up by the Wisconsin Dells. If you've ever heard of that, like they got like Noah's Ark Water Park and stuff like that. But yeah, there was definitely a little more excitement because it was Wisconsin, even though Point Place wasn't real. All their places they talked
Yeah.
about were, you
Right,
know.
right. Yeah. Still to this day, I think that everybody in that show was a perfect cast. I can't think of an actual better show that I'm able to put on as just white noise, so to say. And not like in a disrespectful way, like a show that you never
Yeah,
mind being
absolutely.
on. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. With 200 episodes, it's kind of hard to get sick of it. I mean, even
Yeah.
as many times as I've just put them on a repeat over and over again, I still don't get sick of it.
What do you think about shows like Friends, George Lopez, Saved by the Bell, just any show that's in syndication that has at least five main characters or
Like
more?
an
What do you
ensemble cast.
Yeah, like what do you think about in terms of like getting the perfect cast right? Because that has to be hard to do.
Yeah, yeah. Especially, I mean, like I don't. I like Friends, but it is very heavily scripted, and it's like it kind of always felt like they would say a line to set up the punchline for the joke.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, like there are funny moments in that show for sure, but
Hmm.
I mean, like for that '70s show and stuff like that, those were all unknown kids, except like the parents and stuff. The parents
Yeah.
had, other than like Kitty. Kitty hadn't been in much, but and Kurtwood was the villain
Yeah,
in
cuz
RoboCop, and
yeah, and even going further, I know they weren't main characters, but Cheech and Chong, they were known,
yeah,
So yeah, I get what you're saying. The adults were they had done stuff, but the kids
yeah.
hadn't really.
And the adults were cast because they were more famous. Like Donna's mom, she was a Bond girl at one
Yeah,
point, you know,
yeah.
in the
So
70s.
so you think it was more or less something to kind of like draw people in?
Certain demographics, you know, both the
Yeah,
time and the more older known actors. But yeah, those kids
yeah.
were complete unknowns at the time. So that was probably hard
Hmm.
at first, but I don't know about the cast of Friends, but
Yeah, yeah.
like George Lopez, you know, he had like a stand up background.
Yep,
So he
yep.
was already established in comedy, you know.
Now, what do you how do you feel on a recasting, you know, because a lot of times maybe somebody passes away in real life, or somebody they get fed up with the director, they're not paid enough, so they, you know, they have to kill them off, or you know, whatever. Do you care for a recast of a character like to a different actress or actor? It kind of, it's like, oh, that ain't the same chick,
Um,
because you fall in love with those characters and how that character looks.
yeah, I mean, it it depends really. If it's a show, like I don't. If it was that '70s show, I don't like the chick they recast as Lori whatsoever.
Oh nah, yeah,
She
yeah,
wasn't Lori
nah.
by any means, but like Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy went from Katie Holmes to Maggie Gyllenhaal, and that was a I preferred
Mm,
that recasting.
okay, okay.
Not for
Yeah, I can
appearance or
see that.
anything silly like that, just the acting.
Yeah, yeah. She's a very good actress. I like the work that her brother does. He's a very good actor.
Yeah,
um,
absolutely.
yeah, crazy dude. So I'm gonna bring up the last bit of these pictures here, right? And these pictures here are from unclassified, or what's it called, declassified, I guess
Declassified.
you could say. Here's the first one here. If you could walk us through exactly what these pictures are, when they were taken, and exactly like how are these released?
This one's called Gimbal. You can look all these up. You can see the videos that they're taken from.
Mm-hmm.
They're taken from extremely advanced radar systems on different fighter jets. Trey, what up? What up? Um, this one's called Gimbal. You can look this one up. And they always say, why are they always black and white grainy photos? It's like, well, these are multi-million-dollar radar systems, and they're not looking to capture a photo of it. This picture specifically, what they were talking about is they were using it and switching back and forth from like a night vision to this. Looking for what they use them for is they're looking for exhaust.
Uh huh.
And when they don't find any, this one's actually really cool because it starts rotating on its side
Mm-hmm.
in the video, and you can hear the guys like the various Navy and whoever the military personnel like freaking out about it. Like there's no exhaust. Look at it rotate. So this one's pretty cool. It does a few different rotations. That one's called Gimbal. If you want to look it up, this one
Mm-hmm.
was one of the ones that were the videos were released by the CIA because they were forced to.
Yeah.
This
Damn.
one's pretty. Yeah, this one's cool.
Um, Let me ask you this though: if you're a you know, in a jet or whatever as a pilot, and you see something like this, are you like, oh crap, what am I seeing? Do you keep following it, or what would your intuition be?
Um, I'm not a military pilot with that sort of experience, so I can't say what I immediately follow it. But the general reaction from like the pilots, especially when there's sound recording, is they're excited that they're seeing it, but you can also
Yeah,
hear like a little bit of nervousness. Like one of the videos, I don't know if I sent you a picture of like from that video, but it's called the Go Fast UFO.
mm-hmm.
um the guys are laughing, like they catch it on camera and they lock on, and you can hear like a nervous laughter, like
Oh
what
wow,
is that thing, like they're panicking because it's going,
yeah,
like, so I don't know.
damn dude,
there
that's so
there's
these are above the clouds right there. Is that what this in the corner?
yeah, that this one,
Clouds?
yeah, in this
Okay.
video you can clearly see the clouds,
Yeah.
and they're above the clouds at the time
Oh
for that
shit.
one.
Damn, that's crazy, dude. Oh man.
Yeah, gimbal is pretty sweet. That one is right off a fighter pilot's phone that they had up there with them.
Yeah.
This one was confirmed also by the CIA and stuff that it is a real photograph. that it wasn't doctored or manipulated in any way, that this was taken from the cockpit and that's what was behind it being followed.
And man, dude, I don't even know.
Yep.
Like you said, it's one of those things. Like you can't even say like how you would react or anything
How do you?
because
And it's like at this point with these kind of photos, like whether you believe or not, it's completely out the door. It's whether you're going to
yeah,
acknowledge the reality of it. You know.
yeah, yeah. That's crazy, dude. Holy cow. Okay, moving along, bro. What's this
That
one
yep.
here?
This is the Go Fast picture from the Go Fast.
Okay.
They're over the ocean on this one, and it's flying right along the, like sea level.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the one where the various soldiers they get excited when they lock onto it because it's moving so incredibly fast, and you can even see it too in the video, like how fast everything is going by it. That one's pretty crazy, yeah, because of the nervous laughter and the mild excitement that they locked onto it with their radar systems.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, dude. Now this is the one I found the most interesting with the night vision or whatever. Like this is
Yep,
crazy right here.
that's the
This
one on
is
the one on the right is another picture of the gimbal, but with the
mm-hmm.
night vision, and the one on the left is the Tic Tac video,
Okay.
which I think it was because the guys who saw these have, for the most part, the various pilots and stuff, they've come out and talked about it. Like I think it was David Fravor, the
Mm-hmm.
pilot, Commander David Fravor, who saw the Tic Tac, and that one's pretty
Yeah.
cool because like it's sitting still. When you find these videos, it's sitting still, and then it takes off at speeds that are ridiculous, and there's no exhaust whatsoever coming off of it.
Yeah. Dude, so like if I'm understanding you correctly, you're basically saying that a UFO is identified to be able to fly without any sort of fuel. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes, and that's the thing that they're why they consider it, other than like the invasion and stuff like that, but the
Yeah.
the fact that they're so advanced in their technology that why they consider it like a threat to national security and world security is because we every sort of vehicle we have, whether it's a little Vespa or
Yeah.
a ship going up to space, everything is internal combustion engines on Earth.
Right, right.
We have to burn something to get
Something
that
up.
momentum. When these craft of all different shapes and sizes have no sort of exhaust, no sort of things that are showing any signs of momentum. That's why they use these radar things, not because they want like cute iPhone photos of these ships, is because they're looking for exhaust, the way they move. They can track how fast they're going with this kind of stuff. So I don't know. It's one of those things. And what up? What up? Um, like the gimbal, there's like an aura around the whole
Mm-hmm.
thing. The one on the right that you can see, and especially in the video, the
Yeah.
aura is rotating along with the ship as it's rotating.
Right. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Oh crap.
Yep. Oh, the pyramid off the USS Russell. This was, I think, 2019.
Mm-hmm.
This is a pretty recent one. Yeah, they were getting followed for like a couple of weeks by pyramid shaped ships, and this was a picture of one, and the Navy was like, "Yep, that was it right there."
Yeah, man. Dude, I don't
Pyramid ones are
dude.
crazy, man, because
Yeah.
it kind of brings back like all the various people seeing triangle shaped ships for hundreds of years. Like reports of triangle shaped ships. It's like, well, when you're looking straight up in the sky, what is a pyramid but a bunch of triangles?
So late night trip says I also wonder if it's highly advanced technology being tested. See, that's what I was saying.
They
Because like when you go somewhere else, that's what you're there for, right? To
Yeah.
research.
Well, there's a man. named Luis Elizondo. He worked with ATIP for years, was one of the programs.
Mm-hmm.
He said that there's no way in hell, like the U.S. government specifically, would ever test these like highly advanced, like black, black ops technologies on their own, pilots and stuff. Because they're having like what they call close calls where they get within 100 yards of each other and stuff like that. Like the U.S. government would be stupid enough to put their own pilots in their millions upon millions of dollar aircraft up in danger.
Right. So I have a question for you. Like the what's that chick's name? Amelia Hart, who got lost or whatever, the pilot.
Yeah, Amelia Earhart.
What's your thoughts on that? Do you think that's just a normal? Hey, she got lost, her equipment didn't work, never saw her again, or do you think there was some Bermuda Triangle? Like, is it Bermuda Triangle more of a geographical, longitude, latitude type thing, or is that alien?
I think that has more to do with magnetic fields and stuff, personally, but because that's how they use compasses and stuff. And
so you think in the Bermuda Triangle the magnetic field doesn't work?
There's probably something screwed up in that area on Earth where it causes malfunctioning in equipment.
Which would have been equipment in the plane also.
Yeah.
So you think she just crashed somewhere is what you think?
I think they came out and said that they had found the body at one point. I don't know if that's true. Yeah, like on a island or something like that. I'll look real quick.
Yeah. Mark says energy is the biggest factor on Earth, not the tech. If we could get an arc reactor, spice, Intergon, or Kyber crystals, we would be in the business. So Jesse,
spice.
Jesse
That's how they do the travel.
Would you rather see an alien or ghost, and which would you rather fight? If you lose, ghost gets to possess you, and the alien will probe you. Well, I'm not getting probed, so I'm fighting the ghost.
Wow, that's a tough ass answer, man. Holy shit.
It wasn't for me, bro. I'm not getting probed, man.
I don't want to get probed, but I also don't want to be possessed, so how about both happen at the same time so I don't remember any of it? Just drop me off in a field somewhere and wipe my memory.
But then you're like, bro, my ass hurts. I don't know why.
What happened, man?
Oh, man. Oh, dude. Mark says, or whatever Doc Brown used to create an arc.
Back to the Future, dude.
Marty. Dude, speaking of back... What's up? Go ahead, bro.
We need a bunch of air conditioning hoses from the 80s to do that.
Oh, bro. You know what? For no reason at all.
Get stealing, wheeling, dealing, limousine riding, Bischoff! You turn the camera off, and I'll be naked.
And I'll be naked. That's right.
I'll be naked.
That is right. Oh, man.
That's great. Oh, yeah, some Ric Flair, man.
Ric Flair, bro. Ric Flair. Dude, so we got one last picture here. This one here looks like some ancient stuff, bro.
This is right on a boat. Right off a boat. This one's fun, too, because it's hovering right above the ocean. You can see the ocean. It kind of bounces once or twice and then drops straight into the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
These can all be found with the videos of them. I forgot the exact name of this one. But, I mean, you can even look up Jeremy Corbell. He is huge in the community. He was on Rogan a few times.
Yeah.
And, he's huge in the community. But this is one that he released himself.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, what the freak? That's just... Oh, man. These are definitely crazy. It kind of has me thinking, like, we talk about all this stuff, and I'm not talking to UFO when I ask this, right? Like a serious question, like, and I envision it being on the farm, like I just envision that. If you actually came face to face with an alien, like what would you legitimately do? Because I'm envisioning that they're going to be taller than you. They're going to be able to move twice the speed that you can move just because of the longer legs. Like, do you
Um,
run? Like, what do you do?
a lot of the encounters with extraterrestrials, like reported encounters, apparently they're capable of freezing time, where
Yeah, okay.
you'll feel like a couple of seconds went by and it had been 5 hours, you know, or 2 days.
So basically, running isn't even an option
Yeah,
because they're already ahead of
dude,
that.
yeah, they're so far advanced in their technology and their own ability to use
So,
their
so
brains and stuff.
that's why when those stories of the abductions, people were like, I mean, like it felt like forever, but the time was different in the real world.
Hmm. Yeah.
Oh, it's trippy,
Um,
man. That's trippy.
there's a guy who's, I don't know how, I believe he's legit, but his name's Travis Walton.
Hmm.
He he's done a lot of podcasts and interviews over the years, but he is an abduction story that a lot of the stuff he has said
Hmm.
in his interviews would come to happen later on, kind of stuff,
Yeah,
like shit he shouldn't know.
yeah. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share this. This is a wish list, by the way, for Sideshow Collectibles. This is everything that's on my wish list in terms of horror or sci-fi type statues, and I'm gonna go through them one by one, and you just say yay or nay, and you can base it off of whatever you want to base it on, whether it's price point, scale, company, whatever you want to base it on. And most of them are going to be PCS or Sideshow. So have at it. And here we go. So the first one up top is going to be Leatherface. This is the butcher version. And if you want me to click on the actual picture, let me know as well, and I can do that. This one's coming. It's a 1/3 scale by PCS, $1,580. Um, let's see. Yeah, $1,580. What do you think on this one? This one is $100 cheaper than the other version, which is the Butcher. And the Butcher, if you don't know, is this one. Pretty much right here
I
where
was
he's
gonna say that
holding.
they have
Yeah,
Pretty Lady and the Butcher.
yeah. Which one do you care for?
I like the Butcher preferably.
The Butcher being the one with the meat cleaver,
Yeah,
or not meat cleaver, but yeah, hammer. Or, yeah.
but at the
Why do
same
you?
time,
Yeah, go ahead.
it's because I don't like the woman face. I never did, but I like it more because of the chainsaw and like the barbed wire fence.
Yeah.
But I like the Butcher one more because it's just
Yeah, I like the apron and the blood splattering, and
yeah
he still is wearing a face. Like it doesn't have to be the pretty lady face. He's still wearing a face. Still works. The pretty lady. The only thing that is better on that, in my opinion, is the chainsaw. Like he has the
yeah.
chainsaw.
He's got the chainsaw that fits the
Yeah,
whole movie.
but then again, during the parts of the movie, he would kill people without a chainsaw too.
Mhm.
Like he's an equal opportunity killer. You know what I mean? He's not. Hey, hold on now. I don't have gas for the chainsaw. You know,
Let me
come
get
back
my
tomorrow.
cleaver.
Yeah, let me get the cleaver, dude. And yeah, late night trip 400 and 150 ES, very nice. Definitely, bro, definitely. The ES on these are very nice.
Oh yeah,
So do
400.
you? So you would say the butcher would be the one to get?
Yes.
Okay. All right, moving along, we have Vampirella here, 1/3, also by PCS, at 1,000 ES, 905 buckaroos. Uh, would you say this is something I should consider or move along? Because obviously Prime 1 announced theirs, as we talked about earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
Prime 1's probably going to be $1,700 with another $400 on shipping, so $2,100 for that statue. Or I can get this one after taxes and shipping for $1,050. So basically $1,000 cheaper.
I would go with $1,000 cheaper any day because of the price, but I do really like the Prime one. She's beautiful.
Yeah, no doubt. I think
Like,
the only one
that's
that
an
the Prime 1
incredible
has,
piece.
the Prime 1, the only thing I think has above this one is the hair. The
Yeah.
hair and the eyes, like pretty much the portrait, basically. That's the only thing I could say. Like, far as like the bats, I mean, you're still getting the bat here, you're still getting a cauldron, you're still getting the scales around the base. So I would really just say the portrait on the other one. Anything else, I mean, you're still getting everything else the same in terms of the, the costume, everything else.
And this one's taller too, and I like that.
Yeah,
she's
29 inches
standing.
tall.
Yeah.
Okay. Just a couple more here to go through. Sorry about it going up quick like that. So we do have Lady Death. Lady Death is a little bit more expensive at $1,255. No ES so far. What's your thoughts on Lady Death?
Yeah, see some pictures.
Yeah, we'll go through a couple.
Now that's a woman.
That's it's not a man. It's not a man.
No, one of those ones that permission from the ladies kind of pieces for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Not me personally,
yeah, no doubt.
but yeah, it's. I don't know, man. See the base more. Is there any pictures with the base?
Let's see 1 second. Yeah.
Oh, is
the
that
back of the base?
Is that a sword that?
It holds the extra sword, the sort of Sorry, I'm going a little quick on the pictures, trying to get to the like the chaos sword and all that stuff.
I like how they have it on the back of the base. That's really cool.
Yeah, chaos sword and Deathbringer. I do like that to where you can kind of swap them out and hold one. I think that is a good touch. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I definitely agree there. Do you think, for some reason, this one doesn't speak to me in terms of like actually getting it though? I don't know why. Maybe it will in the future, but as of right now, it just doesn't. Like, at least not the first one. Like, I wouldn't take the last bit of space I have on it if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really know anything about her other than she's pretty cool looking.
Oh yeah, it's definitely cool. It's the whole realm of Purgatory, Vampirella, Chastity, Chaos Comics, Dynamic, or Dynamite. I mean, like it's all in that same realm. But this one here, PCS again, $1,385, the most expensive one so far. You do have an exclusive, which everything he's gonna have a swap out Bloody Mask and Bloody Knife. So you gotta have that. I mean, you just have to if you're gonna pick it up. Doesn't release for over a year from now. However, I'm thinking this is going to be nice. It's coming in at 29.5 inches tall. I think this statue here is going to be amazing. What's your thoughts?
I think it's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
I do. There's something about like having the whole door as like part of the base that it's something different that's super cool.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. Yeah, it's really cool. I like it. I think the ES on all of these are going to end up being 1,000 or lower. I don't think there's enough of horror fans to warrant anything of a high ES. However, I think once they're sold out, they definitely go for a pretty penny in the aftermarket. And I'm going to get to Purgatory in a second, all right? I'm going to get to Purgatory in a second. So I got to ask you about these coins. I was thinking of picking up these coins just to kind of have something around the statue. What do you think on that? Do you feel like, and obviously, they're $30. I'm not paying no damn $30. So I would get them on Black Friday when it's $10 off, 10% off, or whatever. So I would definitely wait for their Black Friday sale. I'm just putting it out there to everybody. But just the coin alone, what do you think? Because this is everything you're getting. They're going to give you a stand to display the coin, as you can see right here. What do you think? Do you think it will be worth $20?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a nice little side piece. Display for your whole... Yeah, absolutely. I'm not really sure why it's on $50, but okay.
Yeah, I don't get that part either. A little weird. I just kind of figured it's something more that I can add in the collection. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And here's the main attraction, the most expensive one, if I'm not mistaken. Or actually, no, Ghostface is still more expensive. This is
What?
Purgatory, $1,380. Um, you know how much I want this statue.
Mm-hmm. She's so
Um,
cool.
I mean, dude, the freaking wings on this character. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, third scale, spread out wings like that. That's pretty big, man. That's for sure. That's super cool. Yeah,
Dude,
33 and a half.
33 and a half.
So that's 3 inches short, or 2.5 inches short than 3 feet. So,
I mean, damn.
yeah, that's amazing.
Ooh, wait, 17 inches in depth, 33.25 inches in height. So, like this statue is going to have some presence. Like, and it's
Mm-hmm.
crazy because I just have enough room to make it work too, which is a scary thing. Like, so I personally want to get Vampirella, Purgatory, Ghostface, Leatherface. I'm also gonna get the Pumpkinhead, and I want to pick up Pinhead in the aftermarket, and that'll be like my display. And then eventually, maybe I'll sell one of the Predators I have if they come out with a different horror character. But I don't think I'm gonna sell it for Lady Death. I don't think I like the character enough to do that with that one. But Purgatory, Vampirella for sure, Ghostface for sure. But here's a question I want to pose to you, right? So there's an art print I want to get, right? And that art print is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre art print, right? And in that art print, I'm gonna pull it up here so I can show you in a bit. But it looks very, very good. And if the thing about it is like it would have to go up top, right? And the way I plan to have it is the statue would pretty much go on the bottom shelf. So it's like, how would that look having this on the top shelf, knowing that the art prints on like the art prints on top, but the statues on the bottom shelf, if that makes sense, with the garage shelf, because it wouldn't be right next to it. Or do you feel like don't worry about it, get the print, it's all good?
So you're saying the statue is going to be on the bottom and this will be on the top?
Yeah. Basically, what would happen is Vampirella, I'd have an art print of Vampirella and a statue of Vampirella all basically on the same level. Then you'd have Purgatory and a Purgatory art print. Then you'd have an art print of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but in front of that art print would be the Predator. Well, not directly in front of it, but right next to it. But then the Leatherface statue would be on the bottom shelf because you have that Predator on the top shelf, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't move that Predator down because it wouldn't look right because everything else would be up top. You see what I'm saying? So I'm trying to make it like uniformal to where it flows. I do want this art print because it's a damn good art print. I don't think anything else like this is going to get made unless I ask somebody to draw it, which I only know you and Victor and one other person who would be able to draw something even close to this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah. That's why I just don't know what to do in terms of that. You know what I'm saying?
See this. You're right though that this isn't a picture that happens often, and because I really like the style that what's his name, Jason Edmiston.
Yeah.
Beautiful piece of art. But then it makes me wonder: is like, do you get the pretty lady then? Because
that's what I was gonna just ask you.
Because that's what the art print is. But
that's the thing. If you look at it, the art print is titled "The Butcher," which is crazy because the butcher statue doesn't have the chainsaw.
Yeah.
Or the suit on. He has on the apron when he's working at the poultry shop.
Mm-hmm.
So
and he's got the face with the makeup on, which is the pretty woman.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't know. That's a weird title, but yeah, get the art print, get the statue.
So I'll definitely get the art print, but it's like, what statue do you get? Because
Get
from a
the
space
butcher.
standpoint,
Get the butcher.
the pretty lady can't fit on the bottom rack because of the chainsaw. So the pretty lady
Okay.
would have to go up top.
Get the
It
butcher
would
and
have to
then
go up
have
top.
the pretty lady art print. So you have both versions.
Okay, if that's the case, then does that mean I put the butcher up top, or this butcher statue up top as well?
Yes. You want it in line with the rest of your horror ones, I believe.
No. So I wish I could show it right now. Okay, I'll try to show it the best I can. It may not work just due to I'm over here. Okay, so you see right there, right?
Man.
You see what I'm saying? Okay, so you see how Freddy and all them are on bottom?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So on the other shelf next to it would be Pinhead, Pumpkinhead, and then Ghostface or something like that. Up top where that last predator is at, the big game predator, that is there's only one other space next to that, which is gonna be Purgatory. That arcade won't be there, so that'll be Vampirella and Ghostface on top and bottom. But what I'm basically saying is where that smoke detector is at right there?
Yep.
Where that smoke detector is at is basically where the art print would go. So that's why I'm saying, like, I'm trying to figure out how to like make that work in terms of like you get me? Like, it's like how do I get that to work?
With the smoke detector there?
Nah, dude, fuck the smoke detector, man. I'm trying to figure this out. No. Okay, the art print I will 100% get.
Yes.
I love the art print. It's a very great print. The only thing is, like, I get you. If you get this art print, you can definitely get the other statue because it's kind of like you have both. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think that's great thinking. No, Walton. I got that rogue because I was able to get a nice deal or whatever, and then also like I didn't feel like paying aftermarket prices for the sideshow rogue just because of curly hair. So that's why I got the XM rogue. But what do you? I don't know, man. I'll figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I won't worry about it right now.
I think art prints should always be about eye level, if that helps.
Yeah.
Eye level or higher.
Yeah, which is where all the art prints are, because even if you like, here, I'll show you this real quick. Even if you look at this, let me see here 1 second. So this is what I'm staring at. When I stream, this is the art print that I look at. So I get what you're saying. Like, I definitely make sure everything is where it should be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a sweet picture.
Most definitely, man. It's the X-Men. So yeah. I'm just trying to figure everything out, bro. Make sure everything is looking nice, looking the way it should be. Jesse says separate horror and dynamite later. See, and that's exactly what I was thinking, because that's why I was saying on bottom, Jesse and Tone. This is what I'm saying, man. Jason, Freddy, Michael, Pinhead, Pumpkinhead, Leatherface, Ghostface, all on bottom. On top, I'd have Big Game Cover Art Predator, the Jungle Hunter's Victim. Then I could have... There's the other Predator there. Then it would be Purgatory and Vampirella. So it just doesn't leave any fucking room for basically the chainsaw guy to be up top. It just doesn't. Like, I literally would have to sell that Predator, put the Butcher, the Leatherface guy there, which would be right next to Purgatory, which I wouldn't care. Like, whatever. Because, like, Purgatory and Vampirella would still be next to each other. God, you know who I sound like right now? The one guy in the community that everybody hates. I sound like Flankster 117, bro. Jesus Christ, bro. Oh man. Enough
without
of that, man.
Without all the scamming.
Without the scamming, bro. Flankster 117 without the scamming, bro.
Yeah.
F the smoke detector. I love it, man.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I had no intention of buying the rogue. And then I saw Danny's an art video and gave in a purchaser. Nice, man. Jesse says sell the Predator. No doubt, Jesse. And that's honestly something I'm thinking about, because if you look at my main Predator display, you have the big game cover art with my art print, with the Jungle Hunter's victim. We're going to put a bunch of leaves and moss around it, to kind of spruce it up some more. At the craft store, it looks very good. So that would be the ultimate sci-fi setup with the Predator, and you really wouldn't need anything else. So I could really take that $1,300 that I could make off of the other Predator, use that money to basically purchase like Purgatory, for example. But then it's also like I do want 2 more Predators, so it's like in the future, what if I have more space? You see what I'm saying? It's kind of like I could have got those. So I also think of that as well. But Predators aren't some shit you can buy and store, bro. Those things come in big boxes, maybe even 2 boxes, man. You can't store that crap.
And it just seems like the Predator prices are just going to keep going up too.
They are going to keep going up. So it's like the only one I could get is the cracked tusk Predator, which is like $1,100 if you ever find it on sale, or you can get the a bead Predator, which is the next one to come out. That's already like $1,700. That would be the last one if I did get it.
You don't want that $5,000 one?
Nah, different scale that I'm interested in, and no ice.
Is that third? Yeah, nobody.
It's 1/3, but I'm not paying that price.
Nope.
That's not even about money, bro. That's just about why would I pay $5,000 for one thing? That doesn't even make sense.
I don't care how many switch outs it has. That's insanity prices.
Nah, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy, man.
Dude, it's like that Final Fantasy VI piece, which pisses me off so much because that was my mom's favorite fucking video game, dude.
Whoa. This isn't the cashing out show. This isn't a segment of what really grinds my gears, aka now you know. All right. No, I'm just playing. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead and vent, Brian. Go ahead and vent.
That was my mom's favorite game. That got me into like video games big time. And so when they first announced that, dude, I was unbelievably excited about it. I was like, finally, man, like something I can get that like kind of ties everything that I've enjoyed in my life full circle with a statue, from video games. And then I had to do the 1,485,000 yen. Mm-hmm. Got $11,574.
Yeah.
I mean, even the creator of Final Fantasy came out and said that was absolutely insane that they're trying to charge that much. They're not gonna that piece won't even make it to production.
You don't think so?
No, absolutely not, dude. There's not one single person that you can love Final Fantasy, anything, but there's not a single person who's gonna pay that much money for that.
Dude, I'm not like I'm so done with Prime 1. Like for me, the only thing I'd be interested in with Prime 1 is Predator stuff or possible video game stuff. I just don't have the space for any sort of like video game stuff. So where it's like I'm pretty much done with Prime 1 at this point. Not because I think the company's bad or the price. No. It's just what they're making. It doesn't appeal to me in terms of money. So it's like I'm pretty much done.
Yeah. I've been waiting for years for what I would consider a perfect Batman, so I could get like a 3rd scale Batman, but
yeah,
it's not happening. And like I said earlier today too, it's like I feel like I'm about to get priced out of Prime 1 before I even get a Prime 1 piece, because the way everything just keeps going up a couple hundred every few weeks. It seems like every time they announce a new piece. Yeah, exactly.
You might be right. Maybe it won't have enough interest to make it to production. Like, you never know.
Because you throw a price tag on it like that, nobody's going to have interest. Like, from afar, yeah, that would be sweet to have. But for $11,500 6 scale, that's pretty insane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, man, that's crazy, dude. Damn. What's some of the most iconic video games that you would want to see be made into statue form?
Dude, there's so many that are like, there's companies doing it. Like, first 4 figures, they make like Nintendo characters. Like, they've done Mario, Yoshi, Bowser. They've done some pretty sweet Zelda pieces. And those are, huge from my childhood.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see some more Castlevania, like old school Castlevania, like Dracula's Curse, Castlevania 3, when it was Nintendo Entertainment System, side-scrolling.
Mm-hmm.
Getting the wall meat, you hit something on the wall and a chicken leg drops. That kind of stuff. I would like to see... I mean, I've told you about like my dream to have like a quarter scale noob Saibot with both him and Mortal Kombat. I mean, there's a few companies that have, and Iron Studios is doing those 10th scale ones, but no company is going to ever do noob Saibot, and that always bothers me. Because that'd be like one I would spend no matter what kind of money on if I could get both.
Right.
But...
Dude, you know what's kind of crazy? Because I was thinking about this today, right? I'm like, yo, man, the Cashing Out show, right? Do you think you could be on the Cashing Out show?
Me personally?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, probably, because I have pieces that a lot of others people don't, for the most part. Like, I have a lot of Court of the Dead, but I mean, as far as my DC stuff back here, it's something that so many people have that it's been talked about to death at this point.
Oh, no, bro. You already know. Like, I always find a way to make it work. I just meant because we're doing this, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, with it, you got to find that thin line of what's enough and what's not enough, and things like that. That's always hard, man. But going back to the video games, I would definitely like Siphon Filter would be a good one.
Oh,
Die Hard or no, not Die Hard.
With Bruce Willis,
Payne.
Max Payne, yes.
Yeah, Max Payne. That's what I was thinking. I think that would be like a really cool. Like, and it seems like only Prime 1 is really doing video games. And I think people won't get priced out of that because they won't have another option.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But as far as their Predators and DC and all that, dude, you can get DC from Sideshow, XM, Tweeterhead. So I think they're gonna start losing sales on their DC shit because it's like, why am I gonna pay that just because it's third scale? So that's why I was just like, yeah, as far as DC, only DC statue I have is Black Canary. I will gladly stick with get their Huntress as well. I'm not in any rush to be like paying all that much money, bro. $2,100 after taxes. That's the whole Birds of Prey. That's Black Canary, Huntress, and Batgirl, dude, for the same price.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm okay, man. I guess. Dude, that's crazy. That's
also
crazy,
like, man. Games that they don't really like talk about anymore would be cool to see. Like, I mean, I think like Castlevania is one of those ones that I love still.
Yeah. Like
the Netflix show is cool, but for me personally, I have a hard time with a lot of like various anime. Even though it's like an American made anime, but
yeah.
Dude, I don't even know. I wish they would come out. A different company would do something from like Doom. Like Prime One's had that sweet piece on pre-order for years, but man, is it expensive.
Yeah.
Something like that, because I've loved Doom for years. I'm a huge Doom fan.
Okay. Pure Arts. Yeah, Pure Arts does like Resident Evil stuff, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, First 4 is definitely nailing a lot of the video games right now, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah, for sure, man.
It was Pure Arts the one that didn't. I don't know if anybody would know, but there's Link on his horse piece that was from Zelda.
I think so. I know the piece you're talking about. Yeah,
that's like one of those dream pieces. I wish I was in into like getting those kind of things when it was out.
Yeah.
And I regret it because I know it'd probably be stupid expensive these days.
Mm-hmm.
But that's one that was just
Dude, I'm
gnarly.
like, I'm looking at something like I'm kind of like putting together like some stuff, right? And I'll show this right now. I've always wanted this. I've always wanted this Joker.
Dude,
and I'm not a movie collector.
You can repaint that face, get somebody to do a face repaint on it, and it would be great.
Yeah,
but the paint job on the portrait, I don't even know about the sculpt. I haven't, because I never really looked at it that much. Like, I know what it is, you know, of course.
Yeah.
But I never looked at it to see if the sculpt itself was good enough to just, you know, get it repainted and it would actually look like him. But
right.
Yeah, if that face sculpt was, or the face in general was closer, yeah, that would be a sweet one, man.
Yeah, I mean, and even for me, like, I'm not exactly like a movie collector, so I always said like it would probably be that version of Joker, or I think I would love to have a movie room and it actually be like Jurassic Park. Like, I think if I had a Jurassic Park room, like just because of the greenery that you could do. Especially if you're a person who likes plants, you could throw your plants in there, and that would be.
Oh, it would add right to it for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, that definitely would be cool, man. What's up?
Hey.
Dude, this
it came in at the same time.
Like your first statue experience. I mean, the reason why I bring that up is because like, or don't tell me about your first statue experience, right? Just tell me this, right? From a nostalgic standpoint. So Brenton, for example, Brenton just got his first paid statue. Lucky motherfucker won a free statue from Sideshow. So this is his first paid statue, Doctor Strange, right?
Oh, he won a statue from Sideshow?
Dude, when I say Brenton and Jerry are the two luckiest people I know when it comes to giveaways, I'm not BSing, bro. I'm not BSing. But so like,
what do you got?
Do you fucking, I don't know, some Superman shit, some call to action Superman where he's
the phone booth one, yeah.
Yeah, man, you know, this lucky guy. What do you feel like? Is there anything like how do you revamp a nostalgic film? Because there was something recently, right? It was from the past, and I'm like, yo, if I do this today, I'll be able to like have that same enjoyment. And I learned that I didn't. I learned that there's certain things from a kid, I won't get that same enjoyment today.
Oh no.
Because it's all about timing. It's all about timing, bro.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
here's some.
I mean, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, like, I guess I'm skipping ahead. So, like, bro, this show is all about rabbit holes, so fuck it, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
What if everything that's happening right now, in a weird, twisted way, going back to like remember how you had mentioned about being able to like basically like warp time and stop time to where like we think it's 30 minutes, but it's actually been like 3 days or 3 seconds or whatever. What if all of this was a dream right now? And we're both like laid on some table, hooked up, and our brains are being like fed all this shit. And we're like,
I would ask,
and then we wake up and we're 12 again, bro.
Dude, I would be like, why did you just make me live like 20 years of trash? Like, what? Why? Where'd that come from?
but only a day went by, because remember the time would be different.
That reminds me of that. I mean, I hate bringing up a show, but like they do that on Rick and Morty. Like they go to like an arcade where you get to play as somebody else, and he lives like a whole life.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah,
Rick and Morty.
Yeah, like Morty lives like a whole life as like some dude who sells carpets and shit. He was like a high school quarterback, and then like gets cancer and survives, and then falls like climbing a ladder and dies. And he like takes the headset off. He's like, "But I just lived a whole life." He's like, "No, dude, it was like 20 minutes." That would suck, man. It's like, dude, that was not a fun dream, you know. And I'm 12 again. Like, what kind of crap was that? You know?
Yeah, and then everything we talked about school, like, oh fuck, I'm going back.
Yeah. Oh, dude, the worst part of it for me would be having to spend 2 years losing a whole bunch of weight and then go back to being a little fat kid. Like, come on, dude, man.
Screw the weight. I'm not trying to find out what Grandpa is digging underneath the cellar, right? That's what I'm trying to fuck the weight. I'll take an extra 100 pounds if it means I don't have to deal with it.
Tell Grandpa to put a stop to the crawl space immediately.
Dude, like, okay, going back to that, like, did they ever like call the cops on that?
No, they're weird, man.
Does your dad still have that shit?
No, he gave it back.
What do you mean gave it back? Gave it back to the land? Gave it back.
He gave it back to my grandpa. And I'd actually asked him about, like, I think not last weekend, but the weekend before. I was like, "Hey, Dad, like, what'd you do with that bone?" And that's how I found out. He's like, "Oh, I gave it back." He's like, "I gave it back to Grandpa. You know, I don't know what he did with it after." I was like, "Good, because no."
Yeah.
I never knew what happened to the bone, but it was given back. But I think it was too late at that point. I mean, it's still too late. My sister is 35 and she's still getting chased.
Whoa. I don't think I caught that part of the story. So, okay. Oh, fuck. Okay.
The time frame?
Are we basically saying that this happened to your sister because of your grandpa?
We think so, yeah. My grandpa digging up the bones, disturbing a grave to begin with, and then
I'm gonna show the picture one more time, and this is the last time I'm showing this shit because this shit.
Are you gonna delete it afterwards?
Oh, I'm definitely fucking deleting this shit afterwards. This is a creepy ass photo that I want no parts of, man.
Right on the upper left.
So this creepy shit right here, we're basically under the impression that your grandpa disturbing some sort of burial ground has attached itself to your sister.
Yes.
Who hasn't been able to get rid of it since. And every single time she gets a new phone or takes a picture or whatever, this is always shown.
No, every time she gets a new phone, she asks me to resend this picture to her.
Yeah.
Because she likes to keep it.
Okay, so like has this ever been captured again at any point in any other photos, anything?
There's one.
Bro, don't send me the shit. Just answer the question, bro. Don't fucking send me the shit. Don't send me the shit.
There's a picture it's more far back, but it's at my dad's house right now. It's in his basement and it's a closet that has from here up standing there in the closet.
Wait. In the closet, is she in the closet?
No,
or is she taking a picture facing the closet?
She aimed her phone at the closet because she felt something moving. She said, and she got what looks like the majority of the upper half of somebody.
Oh, fuck, now I'm curious. God dang it, Tone. Fuck. Don't send me this shit, bro. Don't send me this shit. You're looking for it, aren't you? I know you are. I know you are. You have it?
I am. I'm in the...
You found it?
I feel like I'm in the right area. See, that's the problem when you have 11,600 pictures on your phone.
Oh, God. Okay. Don't send Cash the bad juju. Late night trip says bad to the bone. They're asking for it. It. Dude, Jesse saying Samurai from the Ring about to crawl out the TV.
For real.
Dude, okay. If you guys want to see it, we'll show it, man. That's all I can say. If he can find it, we'll show it.
I got
Otherwise, okay, send it to me then. Send it to me, dude. Fuck, God, I hate that. Oh God, this is annoying. This is annoying. Dude, this is the best podcast ever, man. This is the best podcast.
All thanks
ever.
to my sister, dude. Okay, so while I'm sending you this too.
Okay.
About a month ago, my sister's 16, about to be 17-year-old daughter called and asked. We've never talked to this about with them because we don't want them to get freaked out and shit. My niece called me and asked me if I knew anything about being haunted throughout our lives because she, no joke, has been hearing various rhythmic drumming and powwow like chants. And where'd my camera go? Oops. Okay, there it goes. And I didn't like say like, oh my God, Monica, you need to know what's going on here. But I talked to my sister and I was like, Shauna, your daughter brought up the powwows. And she wasn't too excited to know that. She doesn't want to go to her mother about it. She asked me instead. Did you get that one?
Yeah, I'm about to show it now. I think we had lost you for a little bit. You're back now though.
Yeah, I saw the thing rotating. I don't know what happened. Maybe it's me messing with this photo. Hey, I'm also gonna send the original not zoomed in version of it too, so you can see kind of in relation to everything. The first one is a little closer, and then the other one is you can see where it is in relation.
Okay, yeah. I'll wait for them to come through, and then I will show them to everybody. Give us about 2 minutes, and we'll go ahead and show them.
Yeah, they're awful.
Yeah,
the first one's the best though, man. That's like just top-notch gold as far as paranormal photography goes. That is just shocking.
All right, here we go to showing.
Okay, so it'll be right along the door frame of the closet on the right. It'll be ahead.
Oh man. Okay, 1 second. Let me get this pulled up here. Let me see. Oh, so which one do I show first? The one that's not zoomed in, and then the one that's zoomed in?
Yeah, do the first one where it's zoomed out, where you can see like the partial of Dute's head.
Okay, 1 second here. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so that is just a picture of the closet.
Right.
Do you see in the closet? You see that slight blur?
Yeah.
Like right under the door frame. Now show the zoomed in picture.
Oh fuck! I can't, bro. I fucking can't. Oh shit. Okay. Fuck, man. Oh god. Whoa. Okay.
You see that fucking head? Clear as day, dude. I hate that picture too, because that's my
right there, right?
Yep, that's a closet in my dad's house right now.
Oh, whoa, this is in the house that he currently is in?
Yes.
Oh. Dude, so they're saying in the chat, this is a sign that says don't look when like your internet or whatever was messing up.
Like, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, I shouldn't be pulling up these pictures, man. It's screwing up my internet and stuff.
Oh, God, this is creepy, dude. This is messed up. Oh, God. Freak.
It's pretty crazy. Man. I don't even know how to explain that one either, other than you're welcome.
Oh man, dude! Oh, this is freaking Friday the 13th, man. I love it,
dude. Perfect timing, right?
I love it, man.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go ahead and share these real quick. So these are some other movies that I do have. This is Saw the complete movie collection. It includes all 7 films. And I remember this was also another scary one. That first one that came out, if I'm not mistaken, I was either in the 8th or ninth grade when this first came out, and like me and some buddies, we sat in the back of my mom's den and we watched it, and it was probably like 1 a.m. We were just freaked out because at this time nothing like this had been done before. You know what I mean?
They were great, man. The first and second ones, especially, like,
yeah. So this is also a Nightmare on Elm Street, all 7 original films collection.
Fantastic.
Freddy Krueger is it's self-explanatory. This is a legend. This is an icon. Love this set. And then here's the last set. This is basically my favorite franchise to actually watch. Not my favorite character of the 3 main ones, but just my favorite franchise to watch. You fall in love with, Laurie, Michael, Dr. Loomis, just all the different characters that come, and it has all the movies in here as well. This is, it's perfect. And every Halloween, me and her, we just start from the first one on October 1st and just work our way down by the 31st. Yeah, so looking forward to doing that again this year, actually.
Those are all great box sets you got there too, man.
Yeah, and like you said, like I'm not trying to wait for them to come on AMC during the 31 days of Halloween that they do. Like, you own them, you can watch them whenever you want, man. So,
and it's going to be all edited on TV anyways. Why would you want to watch that to begin with?
Yeah. So this is perfect, man. What's some of the stuff that you actually do enjoy watching? Whether it's sci-fi, it doesn't even have to be horror. Is there any things you like watching? You did mention Signs, which is a great movie.
Yeah. I actually do enjoy, for the most part, because technology has gotten so good that sci-fi is just really something I really enjoy. Not because I want to see a bunch of fake ass shit on screen the whole time. It's because we can see a bunch of fake ass shit on screen now, and it looks just as real, if not more real. So I don't know.
I didn't know that about.
Oh yeah, I bet
that's pretty cool.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
I really do enjoy myself. I like movies with a story, dude. You can have all the explosions in the world. It doesn't matter to me.
A suspenseful thriller.
Dude,
do you remember the movie Panic Room?
Yeah, absolutely.
That was a great realistic movie that could happen.
Mm-hmm. That's a great one.
Yeah.
I like movies that, I don't want to say require you to think, but movies that you have to actually, the dialogue is just as important as what's going on.
Yeah.
So it's like if you miss a line, you don't know what the hell is happening.
Yeah. You don't, man. That's crazy, dude.
But I'm a huge Zack Snyder fan myself. Not like a Zack Snyder brony where I think everything else is crap, but because I'm an artist myself and he's a Wisconsin native, there's those two things. But I really like his visual style and Man of Steel.
Wisconsin. No,
I don't live there now, but
Yeah.
I really enjoy Man of Steel a lot.
Yeah.
And
did he direct that one?
Yeah.
I gotta rewatch that.
Dude,
I have.
It's such a fantastic. My mom loved Dean Cain and the New Adventures of Lois and Clark when I was a kid.
Dude, that came out in the 90s, 92 if I'm not mistaken. When I was sick maybe a couple months back. I literally watched the whole thing that week I was sick. And it was so good. It was cheesy when he flew away, but besides that, the Lex, who played Lex, who plays, everything still lived up. Even his parents, it was basically Smallville, but older, essentially.
My mom had a massive crush on Dean Cain too, so she was a huge Superman fan. I just sent you a picture. You should post it. She did a costume for me.
I'm sorry, bro. I was fucking scared to pull up the picture. I'm not even gonna fucking lie to you. I'm like, no, dude.
This one's just clownish and embarrassing.
That's why you saw my face was like, motherfucker, I'm not doing this shit again now.
Yeah, but like 90, yeah, Halloween,
Yeah.
1993. Me, my aunt, and my sister. But yeah, she was so in love with Dean Cain that she didn't even want to go buy a Superman suit. She wanted a vibrant one that it looked similar to his, so she made it herself. So it's like, dude, I'll never forget it, dude. Like, she made me wear like the red underwear on the outside, and it was super tight
Yeah.
because I had
Yeah.
like these bright blue sweatpants on, and then like a blue
Hell yeah.
turtleneck over a sweatshirt to look more buff. It's like, dude, why are you trying to make a fucking 5-year-old look more buff? You know?
Yeah. This is great, man. This is great. Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but so
Hell yeah.
she loved Superman because of that, and after she passed and stuff, I just kind of like got I went more towards Batman, but then when I saw Man of
Yeah.
Steel the first time in theaters, like it brought back that like joy of Superman that I
Yeah.
had when I was a kid, and
Yeah.
it was like one of those movies where I'm like, I wish my mom could have seen this,
Yep.
you know, because she would have
You
probably
know,
gone nuts.
and speaking of moms, Mother's Day just passed. Um
Hmm.
just passed, man. I went to the grave site and everything. I had the family with me and stuff. And I'm like, yo, y'all, you guys go back to the car. I'll be right there. Cause I didn't want to like cry in front of them or anything like that. But I
Yep.
definitely did shed some tears and everything. Because like you think about all the memories. You think that other people have their moms here or grandmas, great grandmas, aunts, sisters, whoever they celebrate as being a mom or a strong woman or whatever in a kid's life, whether it's biological or not. You know what I mean? And kind of made me be like, dang man, I would give anything, for another Mother's Day, for another week, a month, whatever. But then again, that is
Yep.
selfish because you think about the lives that people did live, and you're like, they lived a rich, long life. And I don't mean
Mhm.
riches in financial, I mean riches in spirit. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so I'm proud to say like I did get this time because you got to think, man. My mom passed away at 101, almost 102,
Wow,
and
dude.
I wasn't born. You got to think about this. You're talking about a woman in her 70s taking care of a baby. Man, come on, man. It
Mhm.
has no need to be taking care of a baby, man. So for me,
It's
it's crazy, man.
literally the same thing, dude. My adopted mom, she was 60 when she passed away, and I was 9 years old, 10 years old when she
Yeah,
passed. So I completely get that. And
yeah,
it's funny.
man.
It's funny that you had mentioned that you went to the grave. I just went to got a nice picture. Try not to show it too much, but because that's just weird. But yeah,
No,
brought some
yeah,
flowers and
yep,
cleaned it up a
yep.
bit. And
Yeah, dude, that's something I said I was gonna do. I was like, yo, next time I go, I'm gonna take like a sponge or whatever, and like a little bit of bird poop on the
Mhm.
gravestone, whatever. Get that cleaned off there. Maybe bring some like small like shears or whatever, kind of
Clay
clean it
sculpting
up.
tool to clean out the letters very well. This is actually the one that I
Yeah,
used.
cool, man.
Took
That's
with
what's up,
me.
man.
Yeah, dude, that did
So
the same
so
thing.
so I want to ask you something because as we were closing it last week, we talked about some art of yours, right?
Yeah.
Now I had recently talked about purgatory, and I had asked. I said, "Hey, man, I think I want something custom, but it has to be purgatory, and I would like it to be as close as what you could get from Sideshow as possible." I was able to obtain that with Victor, and I was like, "Tone, let me see if I can obtain that with you." Um, and you said yes. How confident are you that you will be able to win me over on the art side?
How many pictures of mine have I sent you?
Uh, Probably a handful here and there.
And you're looking for realism, right?
Yeah. Honestly, I'm just looking for something that blows me away. You know what I mean? Like, I definitely want to get the detail in the wings. I definitely want to get the detail in terms of skulls. I love skulls, man. I don't know why, but I definitely love skulls. And obviously, like that, like the moon. You want the moon in there. Some
Hmm.
blood. Um, I actually have other ones I gotta show you as well. Before you start, because I've came across a lot of stuff of hers that I kind of want it all incorporated, but in the artist's point of view, and no different than Sideshow. I don't need the art print looking exactly like the statue. I think that's kind of
Yeah,
redundant. You know what I mean?
yeah. It's
Um,
anybody could do that.
and even if it's more of a solo shot, like it doesn't include Vampirella or Lady Death, maybe if there's like some Easter eggs in there, you know what I'm saying, or something like a Vampirella bat or something. I don't freaking know, but you get what I'm saying, man. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. You're sending me
Absolutely.
stuff, and every time you send me stuff, I'm gonna pull it up, but
Let's just,
I'm kind of hesitant,
I'm not
man.
sending you any ghost pictures right now. I'll keep you free
Oh
there.
shit! Suffer no
That's
longer. The winter has passed. Wow.
You know who that is, right? The actor Philip
Is
Seymour
this?
Hoffman.
Oh, dude. Okay. Okay.
He had died from drugs a few years ago.
Yeah. Oh, that makes sense. The pills like chalk, right?
If you want it to be.
Or yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
no, that it's a little kid drawing with chalk, but I went a little crazy with what a little kid could be possible with chalk.
Nah, that's cool, bro. Yeah, yeah. Even the detail on the hair, like you could see the hair strands being pulled back into a ponytail. Um, the shading, yeah, that's cool, man. That's good. That's really good, bro.
That's from 2014 too, so
Mhm.
that's old skill. That's previous skill,
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah, that's crazy though. Definitely some nice skill there, bro. Definitely some nice skill. It's
This
crazy how
one,
some people are able to draw and other people aren't able to draw. 1 second, I'll get it pulled up. I just find that like really, really crazy. 1 second here.
that's an old one too.
Ah, you think darkness is your ally?
This is the one that I'm about to send. Like I could even send the screenshots of it, but while we're here talking about my art, um,
Yeah.
it's the cyborg one that I'm talking about now.
This is a really good one right here. This is a
The Batman.
really good one. Yeah. Yeah. This Batman is really good. Trying to see if I can. The cyborg. Oh hell yeah! I've seen this one before from me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that one has got a little story behind it, which I'm about to send you a
yeah.
couple pictures real quick.
Okay.
Um,
This is actually perfect because the more pictures you send, the deeper that goes down the hole of not being able to see it. So that's actually perfect.
yeah, yeah. Get bury
Bury the
the
hatchet.
war paint ghost.
Yeah, yeah. That's cool, man.
Hide that bastard.
All right, let me bring this up, man. Let me bring this up. Oh yeah, dude, you did tell me about this. Yeah, so this is WB Pictures, where you are credited right here, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Teen Titans.
Oh, it's mine. It's a little delayed.
Yeah. That's cool, man. Teen Titans, bro, with Cyborg. Okay.
The, how many pictures did you get? I think there were supposed to be like 3 there.
Yeah, yeah. It comes up one at a time, but that's definitely cool, bro. That's definitely cool. We want to see your Borg life creations for DC fandom. Submit your art now and check out the creative briefs at create.dcfandom.com. That's what's up, man. Cool, cool. Then the last
And
one here. Okay.
not often does somebody get to see Warner Brother Pictures tagged you in a post.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, that was a pretty shocking day
Yeah.
with Cyborg getting as much attention as he did.
Yeah. No doubt. No doubt, man.
Hey, thanks, man. Thank you.
Yeah. Dude. This is crazy, bro. We touched a lot today, man. We touched a lot. We had some like just Friday the 13th, man. Friday the 13th. It's cool, man. Any closing remarks that you would like to say? Any last words for you, man?
I don't know. I really enjoyed this. I enjoy not scaring you, but yeah,
No,
the
it's
ghost
all
picture.
fun, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, ghost pictures are pretty something fun to talk about. All in general, yeah. It's
I looked over. I see something in the corner of my eye. It's actually the Kingpin statue. It's like elevated, so I looked over.
You're not going to
Yeah,
sleep
man.
normal for weeks now.
Oh yeah.
Other than that, man, it was just really enjoyable. I don't know. I had a great time, man. It's a great way to spend a
Yeah.
Friday.
Yeah.
Apologize again for eating my pizza and cookie
No,
live,
no.
but you know what? This pizza's worth eating live. I don't care.
Yeah. No doubt, man. It's all good, bro. It's all good. Yeah, dude. I definitely had fun on episode 2 of Nostalgic Evolution. Low highs of school and skies, man. So next, we will actually be coming back for episode 3. I think it's safe to say. Still gotta probably will be every other Friday or something. We'll still working on that to figure it out. Maybe next time we won't go live like this time because the first one was pre-recorded.
Yeah.
This one was live, so we'll kind of figure that part out. But yeah, man, it's cool so far. Always talking anything nostalgic, anything out the normal, and still being able to mix statues in there is definitely cool, man. And I know this is a new show. I hope more people gravitate to it, so where we can have more live viewers, and just have a good time. Everything pop culture, everything, just anything nostalgic, man. That's really what we're just talking about.
Anything that brings anybody joy, really. And
Yeah,
for
really
me
cool.
personally,
Keep it. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
I was gonna say anything that brings happiness, and a lot of it happens to be nostalgic things for me.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. Um, so as we close this out, I definitely want to say appreciate everybody for watching episode 1. I also appreciate everybody for watching episode 2. And for those of you guys who aren't able to catch this live, who do catch this on the replay, I thank you guys as well for checking it out, having a good time with us. We will be back for episode 3. We'll let you guys know exactly when that's going to be, and then we can kind of get on a more consistent schedule once we kind of see what's best. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good rest of your Friday the 13th, and maybe watch a scary movie, eat some pizza or something. I think it's traditional if you have like Mountain Dew and Pizza Hut or whatever kind of pizza you like on a Friday the 13th, and just have a good time. But yeah, oh dude, Captain Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, I told him the
That's
other
funny,
night,
man.
dude. Yeah, I've been called that for years now because of this fucking hair. But
Yeah,
at this
Yeah.
point, this shit's even sentimental.
it's even sentimental. That's right, man.
Yeah, it's been there so long now.
Hey, Tone, and as you know, with every episode, I gotta remind the people out there, when in Area 51,
Use the
don't
jetpack.
use the jetpack, bro. When in Area 51, use the jetpack. That's been
Use the
Nostalgic
jetpack.
Evolution, episode 2. Let's go, man.